this way before. Travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, we got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me. Cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games to play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. Fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. One that made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see it brilliant. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it to life. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and
fight this final round. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. Hey, you and me both, Parlay. What it do? Eric Gomes, JP, Eric, JQ Birdman. Love is the word. Dion Cole, man. What's up, Dion Cole? D-Lo 404 Boxing, a.k.a. Dean Cole. Club 57, what it do? Earn Jordan. Earn for 2. Hey, they would have loved your name at Cameron Indoor Stadium. You know what I mean? Hey, Sneed, appreciate you, Benjamin. Unique Don is in the house. What up, Nathan? I appreciate y'all coming in here, man. We're going to get right to this trailer, man. The guests will be in the building any moment now. We're going to rock out and have a good time. It's not often we get goats in here. But yeah, we're going to. I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries. And can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger.
Street of Sisters. What's up?
How many other bastard children do you have?
Man, too many to count. Too many to count, man. Appreciate everybody coming in the building, man. Hey, it's not too often we get goats in the shop, man. You know what I mean? Y'all can say what you want, do what you want. But I told Mr. Ricardo Williams, him and Gary Russell, the 2 greatest amateurs I ever seen in my life. And it's funny how they say outside of Mark Breland, you know, Pernell Whitaker. But it's funny how like the greatest amateurs, many of them are left-handed. And man, we gotta give this man a standing ovation when he come in the building, man. Forget, man, hey, royalty is in. Man, welcome to the welcome to the show. Man, I've been wanting to interview years, man. Years upon years, man. I just said it's not often we get goats in the building, man. And it's a pleasure to have you in here, man. I seen you, man, in the late 90s just destroy kids, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Totally appreciate it. Now, it's an honor to have you in here, man. And the first comment I saw when I got in here was from Parlay P. Can't wait to hear him speak. The best amateur boxer I've ever seen in my life. Never seen him lose a fight and watch over 150 fights of his in the gym sparring. He said, cut off the bell. So, yeah, man, it's a pleasure to have you in the shop.
Thank you, man. Whoever that was, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Boxing, man.
Yeah. Boxing. Yeah.
How did it all start? Yeah, how did it all start for you, man? I'm getting this organized. How did it all start for you?
Well, this started with my pops. You know, I'm the I got 3 sisters, plus I'm the baby, only boy. Mm-hmm. You know, and then my pops used to box before me, so I really think he had it all planned out.
Right.
You know, my mom used to say, you know, I'm the last of the Mohicans. You know what I mean? So he had 3 girls before me, and she said this was his last try. You know what I mean? So he got, you know, that's why she called me the last of the Mohicans. She said, "Wasn't gonna be no more after you."
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And was it immediate dad put gloves on you, or did y'all go the basketball route, the soccer route?
I did. That's what it was. First, it was like football. That was my first love, football, football and baseball. But then you know, when you walking home from the games or you coming from the games, you got different neighbors and friends. Like, what's up? Did y'all win today? You'd be like, nah, Fred threw an interception, or no,
that would be true.
Know, Tony dropped the ball. You know what I mean? So at the time, you know, you just get, you know, tired of, you know, blaming other people for the loss. You want to do something where you get all the glory, but you're also gonna get all the blame too. You know what I mean? Right. Everything fall on you, and I just kind of fell in love with that.
How old were you when Dad said, "Let's go to the gym"?
I was probably about 8, 9. Yeah, 8, 9, but maybe earlier than that, like 7, 8. You know what I'm saying?
Can you recall your first time in the gym, first time sparring, first time lacing up gloves, the leather, the stinky hands?
Like it was yesterday. Yeah,
really?
It was yesterday. My first sparring partner was his name was Jamil Rogers. But you know what's crazy? My first amateur fight was against Devin Vargas. Yeah, he's heavyweight. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been fighting. You know what I mean? It's been a long run for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Dad, how was that relation? How did that relationship work between Dad being Dad and Dad being the trainer, and y'all having to go from house to gym to house?
But after a while, like, you know, I was you know, the stuff that he used to have me do, it was like I don't want to say Joe Jackson because I ain't received no beans or nothing like that. But you know, he was on me though. You know what I mean? He was on me. Everything was like, he was like, this what you gonna do? Then you have to be serious at it, even at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take it serious. You know, he said you got to eat, sleep, shit, boxing. If this was easy, everybody would be champ. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, and how did you get acclimated to the running? Like, because you do wind sprints in basketball, you do shuttle runs in football. Now you got to go run 4 miles by yourself.
By me running, you know, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I'm sure all boxers feel like that. It's crazy what one ass whooping in the gym do to you. You know what I'm saying? Even at an early age, you know what I'm saying? When you get tired and you see somebody still, you know what I'm saying, still going, that make you think like, what is they doing? And that made me go back to what my dad said. You know what I mean? If it's easy, everybody be champ. You want to do stuff that other people ain't doing. If they wanted you to run 3 miles, you run 5 miles. You know what I'm saying? Right. There ain't no better feeling in the world than you fighting and you see somebody run out of gas and you still like, and you get in the back of your head, oh man, them extra couple miles, it really worked. You know what I mean? What they're telling me is really happening. You know what I mean? So I got infatuated with that feeling. Right. You know, like I got infatuated with that feeling, like I was just obsessed. You know what I mean? I'm running from Cincinnati over the bridge to Kentucky back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you playing with that time zone, right? Kentucky and Cincinnati got those 2 time zones, right?
No, it's the same. It's like right
Oh,
over the bridge.
it's the same time zone?
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
same time zone.
thought it was two different time zones.
Yes, the same. Yes, the same.
Were
yeah.
you are you naturally left-handed?
Naturally left-handed. Do everything. You do everything. My left hand. Throw, eat, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was real easy for your dad to say. You never thought about being Orthodox at all.
Nah, he tried. I mean, it was the idea. I had a coach by the name of Roy Dill.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to turn me right-handed, but my dad just said, nah, he gonna be something special, and he kept me left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so
when did special started to come? How old were you when special was like, oh, we got something here?
Probably at the age of about 11 to 12, I think. About 11 to 12. You know what I mean? Because I fought a guy, and like it got a tournament called like the State Fair, and like we got this thing we do in the gym called the drill, where you just hit the bag nonstop. And I fought this kid, and I'm telling you, I did the drill on the kid the whole fight. You know what I mean? Just the whole fight. I was young, and they gave him the fight, and I mean, I cried so hard. You know what I mean? I just told myself like, that ain't gonna never happen again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It just made me work that much harder. Everything my dad pressed me to do after that moment, it was like it was voluntary for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? This is what I want to do. You know what I mean? It was voluntary for me after that.
When did Olympics start coming into play? Realistically, after Atlanta, or was it?
No, my Olympic dream started in like '92 from guys like Timmy Austin.
Yeah, Austin. Yeah.
Timmy Austin, Larry Donald.
Yeah.
And then of course my favorite fighter from Cincinnati, Robbie Springs. Those guys, they just winning golden gloves. And plus I'm coming up in the same gym as them, you know what I mean? So I'm just watching these guys, you know what I mean, win these tournaments, get all these accolades, and I'm like, man, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
How does that patience come into play? Because you're obviously dominating your age groups and your weight class. How did you learn to stay so patient to 2000, knowing that and you were the youngest Olympian at 19, but why wait for the Olympics and not go to Mexico? Or was that ever a thought?
Nah, that was never a thought. Olympics was on my mind. I was young at the time. And the focus came from me just enjoying what I do. You know what I mean? I was enjoying what I do, and just focus is there. You know what I mean? When you're enjoying what you do, it's not hard to stay focused at all.
Right. When did the promoters start coming?
Promoters started coming probably like after the right around the Olympics, because I always had like a Buddy LaRosa. Shout out to Buddy LaRosa. He was my sponsor. He looked out for me as well as he does all the other kids in Cincinnati Golden Gloves. So he was sponsoring me, taking real good care of me. So I ain't have to worry for that. All I had to do was just focus on fighting.
Wow.
Focus on training to fight. Yeah.
Wow. That's really impressive, because that's the struggle that a lot of these talented fighters have growing up, is the actual sponsor, because it's so expensive going from state to state, and then after that you go from country to country. You know what I mean? Yeah. Take us through your Olympic experience.
My Olympic experience, it was I wasn't really too worried. I didn't really have too many butterflies, because in '98 I won the Goodwill Games. I won the gold medal at the Goodwill Games when I was 16.
Yep.
And I fought against the Cuban first, and I fought against the Russian. So I was just like, I was young, but I was comfortable. I was comfortable. And then I went to the World Championships in '99, and I lost to Muhammad Abdullahi, the same guy I lost to in the Olympics. And like that was kind of like a wake up call. That was kind of like a wake up call. Like right then and there, I was like, man, should I turn pro? You know what I mean? But it was really just me, really just being on really like some crybaby shit. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, like, some crybaby shit. Like, now you just like on some sore loser crybaby shit. You know what I mean? Just like, man, I'm turning pro. You know what I mean? And,
right.
You got guys like Jermaine Taylor, Jeff Lacey. Like, man, you got to be crazy. You know what I mean? You gonna come fight with us. So that's what it was. I had my ideas and thoughts about going early, but I had really grounded people around me, to tell me the right thing to do.
And it was in the Sydney Games 2000.
Yes, yeah.
What caught you off guard, or what athlete were you most excited to meet?
What athlete was I most excited? Man, you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was so focused, right? When I went over there, and it's just like I'm trying to think of the right word, but I was just so focused that when they had like the beginning of the festivities in the beginning of the Olympics, like when they walk around the track, I didn't even go. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't meet no athletes, no nothing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I stayed in the whole time. Like it wasn't that's not exciting to me. It was like I came here to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
All that going and walking around celebrating. I'm gonna represent USA with these. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna walk. You know what I'm saying? Flag. You know what I mean? I'm gonna represent with these. And that was my attitude going in. I treated the Olympics like it was the Golden Gloves or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
How was Jermaine Taylor as a teammate?
Jermaine Taylor, man, that was my roommate.
Was he? Oh shit!
My roommate.
We got time. We got time.
Yeah. The 147 was Dante Craig, who's also from Cincinnati. Shout out to Dante. He's also from Cincinnati, Ohio, but he broke his hand. So they moved me in with Jermaine Taylor. They roomed us together. And I was complaining to the coaches. And I was like, man, I don't want to be in there with him, man. He country, this, then the third. Look at the way he dressed, this, then the third. And plus, a lot of people don't know this. Jermaine will go off on you. You know what I mean? If he don't like you and you rubbing the wrong way, he will go off on you. One thing I do know, I know about weight classes. So I'm like, I don't want to be in there with that way. But no, I complained about it. I'm like, man, he's so country, the way he talked, the way he dressed. And once we got in there, man, we became like brothers. As a matter of fact, my son, his name is Carlito Jermaine Williams, after him. And his son is named Eli Jace Ricardo Taylor, after me. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, yeah, so we got a close bond, you know what I mean? And he was one of the guys. He was one of the guys, like when I lost in the finals in the Olympics, I had the towel over my face and I was tears were just about to come down my eyes. He said, hey, don't start that shit. You know, he sometimes he stutter when he get excited. He said, hey, don't start that shit. We finna go get some fucking money. I said, all right.
Yeah, because I remember that. He got put out a little earlier than you, right?
Yeah. So
he definitely got put out a little earlier than you. Talk about that relationship now, you and Jermaine.
Man, it's distant now. I reach out to him. You know, he don't really be on social media. He posts a lot, but I mean, he posts sometimes, but he don't really respond. You know what I mean? And if he listening, you know, I just want to know I love you. I ain't talk to you, brother, and I would like to hear from you, man.
Right,
you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's my brother for life, man. No matter how long we go without talking, that's my brother for life.
Right. Now you got to make a decision, man, because there are a lot of rumors about the recruiting of you. I don't know what to believe, but now that we got you here, take us through that process and behind the scenes as to what goes on with the fighter in the process of being recruited. Like I'm pretty sure Bob Arum loves Olympians. I'm pretty sure he took a stab at you. Lou DiBella, we heard those stories, and the list goes on and on.
You mean the process of me signing?
Yeah. How did that go?
That was kind of wild, man. That was like they made me feel like a real NBA draft pick, because we had a big old office. We had like, you know, maybe 5 or 6, 7, 8 promoters sitting outside the office, and they just coming in one at a time making different offers. And finally Lou DiBella came with the best offer, so that's what we went with.
And it's the $1.4 million.
Yes, sir.
Just to sign your name.
Yep, just to sign my name. Yeah.
Ooh. But before that, take us through the row of promoters that came in and offered you something.
I don't really want to say no names and put nobody on the spot, but I'm talking about, I got like, it was crazy. It was wild. Like some shit. I'm in there with my dad, and they making me these offers, and every time they make an offer, so I'm looking over at my dad. I'm like a kid. I'm like, what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk to this person. And then we go in there and I look at him again. What you want to do? Let's talk to him. Send the next one in. And it went from like 700,000 to 800,000 to $1 million. Then Luke came with the 1.4, and that's where we went. You know what I mean? But you know, it had a few guys in there. You know what I mean? Even my manager, who I had right before I stopped fighting, Jay Prince, he was up there. You know, Jay Prince. You know what I mean? Solid guy. I mean, one that been real good to me. You know what I mean? So shout out to Jay Prince. You know what I mean? So he was there. Lou DiBella, Lou Duva, Shelly. It was a lot of people there. Everybody was there.
Don King?
No, I think Don might have sent somebody. I think I know Roy came. I know Roy Jones came up. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard came. Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard and all these guys, like they, you know, they ate at my house. I mean, ate at my mom. My mom cooked for them, and you know, different things like that. So it was something to see, man. You know, it was something to see. It was a hell of an experience. You know, I wouldn't trade it in for the world.
Yeah, and $1.4 million literally overnight, right?
Overnight, yeah, overnight, yeah.
And what's that the next morning? What's I mean, outside of running around the city like I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. You know, you 19 years old, got that silver medal.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, and like that's what I want a lot of young fighters who watch this to know. Like, you know, that could be a double-edged sword, because like when I got so much money at such a young age, like what are you gonna tell a 19-year-old millionaire? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna tell him? You know what I'm saying? It's like I can be told something like in the gym, you know what I'm saying? But outside the gym, I wasn't really trying to hear nothing, you know what I'm saying? But in the gym, I'm a sponge, you know what I'm saying? But outside the gym, so, you know, you just gotta, you know, remain focused no matter what you come across, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just like things like blessings like that can be the tip of the, you know, just the beginning, you know what I mean? So you don't want to, you know, count your blessings too early.
Right. So tell us what you bought. $1.4 million.
Man, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I was the Allen Iverson of the young bodies. You know what I mean? Jewelry, cars, you know, houses. You know what I mean? And you know, I helped a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like I tell a lot of people, man, who ask me a lot of stuff, man. If I never made another dollar from boxing, which I know I am, but if I never made, man, I'm content. I'm happy. I lived a life. I did things that nobody else would do. And when, you know what I mean? No, I don't have the money that I used to have and none of that shit like that. But my my situation, me being fucked up, is another person's situation, them being all right. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? And so I'm content with that. I got my family, you know, I got my beautiful wife, my beautiful kids, you know what I mean? And I don't mind taking a back seat to watch my kids shine, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about to me right now. You know what I mean? My family.
Right,
you know what I mean? Yeah, my family. Because I got 4 boys and I got 1 girl. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just the total opposite of what my dad did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus one.
Yeah. Total opposite. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And what's the process after you sign? So people can understand. So you're an Olympian, you're a silver medalist. You sign a little for 1.4. That sends shockwaves through the whole fucking boxing world. I remember it like it was yesterday, man. You know what I mean? And I had just graduated from college, you know, and it was that summer. And I was like, God damn, he rich. Like, you know, and what's the next step? Like, how is your career planned? What's the conversations with Lou? And back then he was real tight with HBO, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. My first fight, my pro debut was on HBO. I was the main event.
It was the main event. 4
rounder, yeah. And like I said, shout out to Lou, man. Lou was real good to me. And I just think back then I didn't understand the business. You know what I'm saying? As you know, as young, I didn't understand the business and I really didn't get nobody a chance to, you know what I mean, explain it to me, let me know what was really going on, because I was just, you know what I'm saying?
What didn't you understand about the business?
I didn't understand, like, okay, for example, like after I took my first loss as a professional, you know what I mean? When you lose, things change in the contract. You know what I mean? Some of the money that you're guaranteed, they got to reconstruct that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that. You know what I mean? I didn't understand that now. And at that time, I wasn't going for it at all. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking in my head, this is what I was promised, this is what I was guaranteed, this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I really just didn't understand the business, and I wasn't really trying to hear it from nobody else. Just, you know, what's the saying? Young, dumb, full of cum. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, take us back before the loss. Can you give us like the language of the contracts? Because so many people don't understand, like, if you lose, if you win a championship, if you defend your title, how contracts extend. Do you remember those contracts where you can articulate to some young fighters so they can understand it?
Yeah, well, you know, just to give an example, like let's say you supposed to you guaranteed, 75,000, but you lose, you know what I mean? But that next fight you was guaranteed 75 to 100,000. They might knock it down to, 40, 45, 50, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But you know what I mean? If you expecting one thing, but it's the business though, you know what I mean? And now that I look back at it, that's the way it should have went, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's you got to play the game fair.
Right. And as you're moving along your career, are you training the same? Are you working out the same? Is your mind still attached to boxing? How does that play out? And if it is or isn't, where did the shift occur?
Everything was going, was the same. Like nothing ever changed as far as my training. I think when I had my 5th pro fight, I fought a guy. I was 4-0. This guy was 15-1. His name was Anthony Washington. And we fought, and I broke my hand in like the 4th or 5th round. And I went 5 more rounds. And I had to lay out for a year. And the tendon that I messed up in my hand, the type of cast that I had on, I couldn't get it wet, so I couldn't work out. So when I came back, I fought Teron Millette.
Yeah.
I had jacked up to maybe like 185, 190 pounds. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So when I didn't make weight that first time, that's when I started getting like the bad rep, you know what I mean? Like he don't want to train, this, then the third. Not knowing I just been out for a whole year, couldn't train, I couldn't even run, do nothing.
I can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Now I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course, I can't run, I can't train, I can't do nothing. I'm coming down from 190, and I think I was like maybe 1.5 pounds over the limit for that fight. You know what I mean? I just got the bad rep out of that he don't want to train, he don't want to do this, but ain't no way in the world that you can't be in shape and move around for 10 rounds like I was did, to the point where my opponent said he like a rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to be in some type of shape to stay on your toes for 10 rounds. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just got the pretty much a bad rep after that. You know what I mean?
Where'd the movement come? You had great legs. You know what I mean? Like, where did that come from?
That come from my dad. The first thing my dad worked with me on is footwork. You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, my father, he used to box, but he was a different type of fighter. You know what I mean? He was like maybe like a Marvin Hagler. He's just a bruiser. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, he's like a bruiser type of fighter. So, and he let that be known too. You know what I mean? Every time even if I won a big tournament or something like that, he'd make a joke. Boy, you lucky that wasn't me. I would cut the ring off and I would have did this to your ass. You know what I mean? So he made a lot. You know what I mean? But he always liked my father's an artist. So this is like the beauty of a person moving, hitting, not getting hit. You know what I mean? Just the whole thing. Like he's an artist. You know what I mean? That's what he wanted. It's like a painting to him. Everything is. You know what I mean? That's the way he raised me. You know what I mean? Everything he wanted to be done right, beautiful. You know.
Take you back to after your first loss, and even after missing weight. How did you handle the criticism? Like in the silent moments. What's going through Ricardo Williams Jr. mind?
Man, my mom told me something when I was younger, man, and it gave me to the point where I really never really gave two shits about what somebody had to say about me. She always said, if they talk about Jesus, you ain't got a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
What make you think they ain't gonna talk about you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, like, it's a thin line between disrespect and somebody's opinion. You know what I mean? You give your opinion, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I just keep it like that. As long as I don't feel like I'm disrespected, I don't mind. Opinions like assholes, everybody got one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And how are you being received in your city, Cincinnati, going through your pro career? I know it felt good.
Man, yeah, they gave me a lot of love. But Cincinnati just like any other city, you know what I mean? If you ain't handling your business, they're gonna let you know about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your business, you're gonna be the joke of the city, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
They gonna they gonna go hard for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ain't doing the right thing, they're gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a city right there.
Right,
I mean?
right.
Yeah, the city. We doing good right now. Shout out to them Bengals.
Shout out to the Bengals, man. They in my city right now. They about to get,
yeah. We gonna take y'all up top, man.
yeah, they about to get run over real quick. You know what I mean?
Man, I can't believe you said we got the best steak dinner or something.
Yeah, okay, I'm with that. I would love to take you to dinner regardless. I want to lose that bet, as a matter of fact. Hey, so how does the mind shift? Because me not knowing you, I'm believing this stuff, right? Because YouTube is not that popular. I got to wait once a month to read Ring magazine. You know what I mean? I didn't really trust Dan Raphael per se, you know. So like I'm me on the outside looking in is like, did Empire State Building just crash? Or you get what I'm saying? Because now, because all similar to Floyd Mayweather, all my hopes was in Floyd. All my hopes is in you. Like, oh man, I'm talking about you, and because I had just graduated in 2000, and I was in a basketball league, and I would watch you on Saturday night and take you to my boys on Sunday morning when we watched football and we was in basketball leagues and stuff, man. So me on the outside looking in is like, man, what's going on with him? Like, where is he? Where's his mind at? Highs and lows. Was there a pivotal moment that shifted or no?
Yeah, you know, it's always that pivotal moment. You know what I mean? When you're going through something like, you know, just like mentally. I'm trying to think, man. My pivotal moment might have been my pivotal moment, just to be honest, thinking out, is when I came home from prison, and I had like a couple of opportunities, as they like to say. You know what I mean? I fought a guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he was, at the time, he was like 12-0 with 10 knockouts. You know what I mean? And I say, you know, they gave me an opportunity. You know what I mean? They're going in and fight this undefeated fighter, and then maybe something bigger down the line. And I went in there, I beat him. Then I fought Luis Ramos. You know what I mean? He was undefeated at the time. That was supposed to be another opportunity to move on to something bigger. And it's like, after every time that, you know, every opportunity that I conquered, you know what I mean, that I was supposed to, you know, get to the bigger stage. After that opportunity, it never came. And that right there just like kind of knocked the wind out of me as a fighter. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you know what I mean? I'll never get this shot in. I ain't finna keep on fighting for these little scraps and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Who was your promoter when you came out?
My promoter, I was signed with what I signed with first. His name Gary Shaw.
Gary Shaw.
Gary Shaw.
Gary Shaw. Yeah.
Gary Shaw.
And then you went to Jay Prince, or how did that relationship form?
Jay Prince. Well, I was getting with Jay Prince right before I was incarcerated. You know what I mean? Because my original manager, who was my sponsor, if I'm not mistaken, I think his wife started getting sick, so you know he started taking care of his wife, and you know he pretty much gave me the option of who I wanted to, you know what I mean, to manage me. You know what I mean? And I chose Jay Prince. You know what I mean? And we just kept it rolling once I came home.
And speak about that relationship, because I know y'all got a lot to talk about.
Jay, you know, and that was a crazy thing, because like after certain opportunities, there were certain things that, you know what I mean, Jay couldn't understand about me, you know, about my career. You know what I mean? Certain things that he couldn't figure out. You know what I mean? As a manager, and you know, when he can't figure something out, it's something up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I couldn't get fights. I might have a fight with certain people coming up with certain names. Like I had a back in Cleotis Pandorvis. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Cleotis Pandorvis. He was a fighter. He had a title at 140. I mean, it's like a whole lot of just opportunities came, and then they just got somebody else fighting them. You know what I mean? Somebody else got to fight. You know, actually, I was supposed to fight Brady Prescott when Terence Crawford fought him.
That would have changed your life.
That was supposed to be me, but somehow I didn't.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was supposed to get that fight right there. Yeah, I was supposed to get that fight right there with Terence Crawford fighting. Yeah, that was Terence Crawford coming out party.
Wasn't it?
It was coming out party.
Yeah, that was.
He sure took care of business though.
Yeah, he definitely did. And while we're on the subject of Terence, do you have an opinion on Earl Spence versus Terence Crawford?
Man, I like Terence Crawford. Mm-hmm. I just like his style. His style remind me of mine.
Sure.
But
Nah, you
only
awake,
thing he can go from the right hand side too.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so he's most definitely a big fish. But Earl, he the megalodon. He
Yeah.
the megalodon. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. I always lean more towards the boxer. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's the style that seemed to give Earl problems. You know what I mean? Earl, he always seemed to break people down. They can't keep up.
Right.
They can't keep up. But Terence is one of those guys who I think can stay on his toes. He can keep boxing the whole fight. You know what I mean? He keep giving them angles and things like that.
Well,
That's my opinion.
well, I guess we'll bet another steak dinner.
But hey, I'm betting all the steaks in the restaurant on Boots Ennis, man. That's my guy.
Boots Ennis
That's
is
my favorite fighter right now, man. Boots
yeah.
Ennis.
Did you hear what your fellow Ohioan said yesterday?
Yeah, but he did the right thing. He said what he say? He said he had the wrong choice of words.
Oh, he responded today?
Yeah, he responded. It's the wrong choice of words. You know what I mean?
How is that a wrong choice of words and you talk for a living? Yeah, come on.
He might have spoke too fast, He might have spoke too fast. Sean a good dude, man.
Sean a good guy. Sean's a good guy.
Sean a good guy. He don't really come too much drama. You know what I mean? He stand by what he say usually. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I can see the wrong choice of words that he had. You know what I mean? Because that guy talent in the sky the limit for that guy.
Yeah, I think Jerron Ennis is special, and
The
all
truth.
about. Yeah, he's definitely up there. And actually, speaking of Sean Porter, while I was researching you, did you get a chance to see the video Sean Porter actually did on you?
Yeah, I said.
Yeah, he's like, man, one of the greatest fighters that should have, could have, would have. How do you when you have conversations with your kids, because now it's an inspirational story for everybody to get better and learn from. How were you able to cathartically take those notions that, oh, maybe he didn't live up to his expectations, or he maybe say, oh, he wasn't worth the money? How did you transfer that into instilling self-worth and self-belief into your children? Because now you got to use your story to propel your 5 children.
Yeah, because I'm my own man. I don't care what nobody else say. I'm content. I know who I am as a man, as a person. My kids think I'm Superman. It ain't nothing they think I can't do. And I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep it like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show them what a man is. You know what I mean? I'm content, and they'll learn from that. You know what I mean? You might not get what you want in life, but as long as you give it your all, you know what I mean? And like I said, if I never make another dollar from boxing, I lived a life that a lot of people ain't gonna live. I did things a lot of people ain't gonna do. I'm content. You gotta be content. You know what I mean? You gotta be content, man. I'm happy inside and out. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I got a lot of knowledge to give, so it ain't over with.
No, right. And before we get into the even more knowledge that you're going to give, you said you lived a life that other people dream about. What is that life?
I mean, 19-year-old millionaire. I mean, okay, I had I bought a Lamborghini and didn't even know how to drive a stick. You feel me? I still don't know how to drive a stick to this day. I'm talking about I had a Lamborghini. I drive it to the club, and my brother-in-law Derek Sanders, he'll tell you this. I have him pick me up and he'll drive. I stop maybe a block away from the club. Then we'll switch seats. I get in, throw it in first gear just to pull up to the car. You know what I mean? So just stuff like that, man. My kids, you know what I mean? I lived a life. I treated, I was able to help a lot of people. You know what I mean? I was able to do a lot of good. And I feel like my good outweighs my bad. You know what I mean? So by a lot. So, like I said, I'm just happy. I'm content, man.
Oh, absolutely. What's some of the worst things you've seen in boxing? Like behind the scenes that maybe you can share to help some other
worst things. I don't know. Some of the worst things probably just be like some of the worst things I seen in boxing really, man, it's just the shit the fighters do now. You know what I mean? Like just taking fights for money and shit like that, like the disrespect of the sport. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that'd be my biggest problem. You know what I mean? That's what hurt me. I mean, that'd be and it's really like nothing dirty because the fighters really do it to themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And like I just got so much respect for the sport. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I would never, take nothing to just do something for some money. Plus, I got kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
Social media. I hear that. I mean, and the internet's undefeated.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
The internet's undefeated, man. You hear me?
Man, fact. Yeah. Big fact.
Yeah. They'll make you feel like doing something crazy to somebody.
Right. I don't know if you heard that Lamborghini that was behind you. Did you hear it when you was giving that answer? It was revving.
I wasn't trying to listen. Yeah. I'm gonna keep on listening to this Nissan and these Dodgers now. I'm an old man now. Right.
And speaking of next chapter in boxing, what is the next chapter?
Man, me training, me giving the knowledge out that I got, man. I got so many gems that I can drop in. Just, help people be better fighters out there. You know what I mean? I got a call of work with a guy from my hometown. His name Dante Strayhorn.
Mm-hmm.
He just had a fight. And he's flying in town tomorrow. Meet with him. Then I got a call. I got in touch with Mickey Bay.
Oh, dope.
You know what I mean? So I might be working with Mickey Bay if he fight Tevin Farmer. Shout out to Mickey and thanks for the opportunity. But I just got so much to give still, you know what I mean? And for a while, to be honest, like I never even wanted to come back around the fights and none of that shit for a minute. Like, you know what I mean? And just out of I don't know, it was just out of the, I guess like just out of the things that I didn't accomplish as a fighter, like, you know what I mean? That I just didn't meet certain expectations. And I got a friend, I know the people watching on YouTube, and his name's Eric Kelly. I got a friend by the name of Eric Kelly.
Eric Kelly.
From New York. Yep. Eric Kelly.
Great story.
Yeah, good guy. So I'm talking to Eric Kelly. He's like, man, why don't you come around to the fights no more? And I just really was kind of, blowing it down like, bro, I ain't on that shit.
Yeah, I know.
And he really knew what was going on inside. And he told me something that I never forget, and I always carry it with me, and it made me, get back into the sport. He told me, say, don't let what you didn't accomplish take away from what you already accomplished in your career. You know what I mean? And when he said, that's some of the realest shit I ever heard. You know what I mean? And that's something that a lot of kids need to hear. You know what I mean? Just because you ain't get the way you want it, don't let that take away from what you did. Right. The good that you did do. You know what I mean? So shout out to Eric Kelly, man.
Where's the silver medal?
My dad got it. Yeah, my dad got it. Yeah, my dad got it. I just lost my mom like 2.5 years ago, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got out the ring, I took my medal off and I put it around my mom's neck. You know what I mean? She took it off and she put it around my dad's neck. And it's been there. I ain't had the medal since.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just like everybody else. I go over his house, I'd be a spectator. You know what I mean? But that's his medal, man. He put his all into me, and he deserved it.
Right. Cappy McCappy. Raise your vibration, all peoples of the universe. All right, we're vibrating. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. No doubt. And how is the relationship between you and dad now?
Man, I love my dad. That's my Superman.
Amen.
It ain't nothing that I don't think he can't do. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. That's my Superman, my best friend. Love him to death, man.
Right.
I know he mad. I know he upset because the Browns ain't where we is. But hey, he's a Cleveland Browns fan.
Oh man. Yeah. And vacation time, is that on the plate now, or not yet. Okay, we'll do a part 2 because everybody's watching, so we'll definitely do a part 2 on that, and the family's watching, guys, so we'll do a part 2 and talk about that a little later, man. And what's the what do you want to ultimately give to the sport of boxing? I know you said training and helping out other fighters, but your name is going to be every 4 years, your name is coming up, whether you like it, love it, or hate it. You know what I mean? Olympic trials, world championships, your name is coming up. You're going to be in the American highlight package until the sun runs out of heat, regardless of what goes on. What do you want, obviously, that legacy to be, but what do you ultimately want to give the sport of boxing?
I just want to give a good lesson, a good story. You know what I mean? Just really like a good lesson to people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything that I didn't do, I'm gonna put that into my fighters. You know what I mean? Being determined, dedicated. You know what I'm saying? Even like, just staying ready all year round. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Right.
Just staying down. You know what I mean? That's what I want to give to the sport. I want to give I just want to get that push. That, you know what I mean? That push. You know what I mean? I want to get that push to people. You know what I mean? I want to get that push to people. Make people better. Make them a better person, not just a better fighter. Make you a better person. I want to give that push.
Right. Adrian Broner.
That's my little brother.
Yeah. And
I love him after death. Talk to
yeah.
him. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
Let's talk about it, yeah.
How'd y'all meet him? What do you love about him?
Man, I met Adrian. She's about 7 to 8 years old. You haven't seen it, 7 to 8 years old in the gym. Actually, I got a picture. I'm gonna send it to you after we do this. But I've been watching, man. Him and his twin used to be just like some of the baddest little kids running around in the gym, always fighting, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? I got a quick story too. Matter of fact, when I came home from my vacation, I came home from vacation, so this is when AB really just started turning pro. So he's always asked me, "Welcome home, big bro. When you gonna come up to the gym and give me some work?" You know what I mean? So I hadn't seen him in like 4 years. You know what I mean? So he ain't Adrian. He's AB now. You know what I mean?
He AB now with the brush.
Yeah, AB now. So I really feel disrespected when he's upset. What you mean when I'm gonna give you some work? Man, I'll tell you, I snuck out the halfway house. I hopped the fence. I was in the halfway house. I snuck out the halfway house, called my dad, said, "Hey, man, bring my shit up to the gym." I don't know what they get up asking me for some work. I'm telling you, now, man, I'm just getting out. I'm in jail shape, I sneak out the halfway house. I hop the fence. Somebody come around the corner and take me to the gym. The gym crowded. You know what I'm saying? I come there crowded. We come there the first round, competitive. Second round, I'm talking about it hit me everywhere but the bottom of my feet. And I was thinking to myself, damn, I ain't in boxing shape. That's the first time I learned the difference between boxing shape and jail shape. You know what I mean? I got in shape. I got me some get back. I got me some get back on this little ass. That was my first wake up call when I came home.
Right.
My first wake up call. Yeah.
How's the relationship to this day?
I talked to him every other day. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I let him know when he's doing or saying some stupid shit or some silly shit. I let him know. You know what I mean? Because I love him. You know what I'm saying? From the heart. I've been watching him grow up. So, I want to see him do good. I want what's best for him. You know what I mean? So I do. I am one of the people that DM him and let him know, like, bro, you tripping. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And he respected him. He got the utmost respect for me. And even though it's my little brother, I got the utmost respect for him.
Yeah, that's good. Me and AB done had so many conversations. I'm the media guy that fucking grabs them. Like,
you got to. Yeah. A lot of people don't know, like, what they see on TV is not really how he is, man. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. The most respectful, humblest guy in the world when you get to know him. You know what I'm saying? But,
I agree with that.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Never told me no for anything I asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm with him. I'm with him every time he get in the ring. I'm team AB. You know what I mean? That's my little brother. I feel the same way. About the Charlos. You know what I mean? I knew AB long, but like the Charlo twins. You know what I'm saying? They're my little brothers. I actually came up sparring with them when I first moved down here.
Huh?
Yeah. Sparring with them when I first moved down here. Yeah. I sparred with them, and then, what's crazy? I watched Regis progress.
Yeah.
I watched him. I went from the coaches telling me, you just get in there and move around with him, to him moving from that to he'd get on the end of my workout, and to me telling the coaches, hey, I don't want him to go last. He got to go first. You know what I mean? We're from that. You know what I'm saying? We're from that. So I watched him grow, and then, I had some hell of the experience, man. Like when Austin Trout and the Renze Lara fought. This gonna blow your mind right here. This gonna fuck a lot of people up right here.
Okay.
Okay. And Renze Lauren and Austin Trout fought. They didn't have no slick southpaws to spar with in Houston. They both trained in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, I went to go spar with Renze Lauren. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I went to go spar with Austin Trout.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So man, I'm talking about, you talking about wore down, tired. I'm talking about, man, every other day is hard work every day. You know what I mean?
Two world champions.
World champions, man. That was the beautiful thing about me moving down to Houston.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this the environment.
Yeah, Houston has become a hotbed, and especially with Jay Prince opening up that gym.
Yeah.
You got Jamel Charles actually fighting for a world champion. I mean, shit, not just one, not two, but 5, you know, with the Ring Magazine belt.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you like him in the Brian Castano fight? It was a draw last time. What changes?
I like Mel. You know, Castano, he got a pretty awkward style, but you know, if you give Mel a second chance at it, he usually take care of business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to him, you know, having it pretty much figured out.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't really think it's too much that Castano can do different. You know what I mean? I don't think it's too much. I mean, he's just got an awkward style. You know what I mean? That's a problem in itself. But you know what I mean? After you go 12 rounds with it, you probably, you know what I mean? After the first 2 or 3 rounds of warming up, you should get back into the rhythm of figuring this shit out.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think that I think Jamel has a huge advantage with Derek James in his corner.
Right.
Definitely has a huge advantage. And I think, tell me what you think about this. I've said this about the Charlos because I played basketball with them one time in Vegas, and they're cut from a special cloth. Like their mom and dad had. I don't know their genetic makeup. I don't know their athletic background, but the Charlos are. If you see them in person, they're pretty freaks of nature. Like lean bodies. They look athletic.
Always look like they always in shape.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, most definitely freaks of nature, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I first came down here, for some reason, it was me and Kareem Mayfield. When I first come down, we was bucking it. For some reason, man, it was like, Rick, you gonna spar with the twins, and Kareem, you gonna spar with this group. And I was just looking at these little dudes that I'm in the blue corner. It feel like he jabbing me all the way over from the red corner. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking in my head like, damn, why couldn't I go with that group? They just sick of ring with. You know, he's sick of ring over here. Right. I got spar these big old dudes. You know what I mean? But man, the freaks of nature, man. You know what I mean? Real freaks of nature, man. Real good athletes.
Yeah, it is. Real good athletes.
Yeah, but they got a brother. They got an older brother. I don't know why he ain't in the NFL. You know what I mean? I'm talking about their genetics, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And he looks athletic. The one with the dreads, correct?
Yeah.
He looks athletic. Yeah. He look like he got a streak in him too. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, do.
He can go for real. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And people are talking about your amateur career. They want to know some of the guys you beat in the amateurs.
I beat Ebo Elder. I beat Demetrius Hopkins.
Demetrius Hopkins. Wow.
Demetrius Hopkins. I beat Miguel Cotto.
They said that.
And Miguel Cotto beat me too.
Uh-huh.
We won and won. Who else? It was a guy in the Olympics. I can't really get the Nigerian guy fought in the Olympics. I can't think of his name, but he held the title for maybe 3 or 4 years. He lost to Lucas Matisse.
Mm-hmm. Lucas Matisse. Yeah.
He had a war with Lucas Matisse, like got knocked out in the 12th round. Man, it's Anthony Henshaw.
Mm-hmm.
I fought Anthony Henshaw a couple times. Man, I fought so many guys. You know, I had close to 350 amateur fights. You know what I mean? That was just something it was something my daddy used to do like every weekend. You know what I mean? We go somewhere like, that's something my sisters went. As a family, we pack up, we get a 15 passenger. We going to other people's hometown to find it every weekend. Every weekend, you know what I mean? That was something for us to look forward to do. Something for them to look forward to going out of town. It was me getting that experience. So that's what we did.
350 fights. Is that a lot? Would you consider that a lot or too many?
Yeah, and nowadays I consider it too many. Nowadays, you know what I mean? But I mean the way I was doing it, like I said, my dad was just taking me everywhere, you know what I mean? Everywhere. And I was in all type of tournaments, you know what I mean? And it depends on the fighter. You know what I mean? It depends on the fighter, you know what I mean? You don't want to burn them out, you know what I mean? So I don't feel like I get burnt out, but you know, mine served me well. But it can be and it can't be. It depends on the fighter, you know. Yeah.
What's AB missing?
What's AB missing?
Yeah, or like, does he need anything? Or I don't know.
My thing with AB is well, first the obvious, you know, not letting his hands go, not letting his hands go. But I think my thing with AB is him knowing him having a better IQ in the ring, him knowing where he's at. Because as long as he stayed in the middle of the ring, he's jabbing, he's letting his hands go, he got reflexes and all that in the middle of the ring. But when it's like when he get back up against the ropes, is, you know, he go there and he chill and, you know, and he takes some shots and he give you that, you know, he going to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my thing is with him is just knowing where he at in the ring, and you know, when you do get up against the ropes, you got to know it's time to put your defense on or it's time to fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? One or the other. You know what I mean? You can't just keep going back like that. And I think now that he working with Gerald Tucker, and you know, Mike Staff and Gerald Tucker, they'll get it together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They'll get it together, and I'm putting my input on them too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My input on them too. Yeah. And speaking of Gerald Tucker, man, that's another one of guys that I grew up with.
Yeah, he was a bad boy too.
Yeah.
Mike Stafford was your second, yeah?
Yeah.
It was he just. How did he come on board?
Well, Mike was out. My dad. Well, my dad always had like problems with his knees and his back, so he never could work the pads. You know what I mean? And then another thing back in the day, like if you was working the corner as an amateur, like you couldn't speak from the corner. And my dad always liked to be loud, so he always used to let Big Mike work my corner, and I used to love Big Mike's pad work. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But he used to always let Big Mike work my corner because he couldn't scream from the corner. And Big Mike started working my corner so much, everybody thought that he was my dad. You know, everybody thought he was my dad. Right. You know what I mean? So that's how that came about. But you know what I mean? Big Mike, you know, he most definitely did a lot for the fighters in Cincinnati. Shout out to Big Mike, man. He's a father figure to a lot of the fighters, and you know what I mean? He's a hell of a guy.
Yeah, I get that from. I haven't seen him in a long time, but I definitely, because every time I see him, he always has a new fighter from Cincinnati, another fighter from Cincinnati. It's like, man, where they come from? They like gremlins or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, baby kids, we don't die, we multiply.
Yeah. And speaking of Ohio, man, we got to give a shout out to Robert Easter, man.
Man, get well, my brother. We love you, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's tough when you see that stories like that happen, because let me ask you this, because you've been rich, and the first thing I'm guesstimating young rich people want to do is go back to their neighborhood, right? How did you balance that? Like being wealthy and knowing there's some people, not only do you got to keep an arm's reach away, but you may got to pull out a hammer or something just to, you get what I'm saying? Like, how did you balance that?
But just surrounding myself with the right people, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The type of people that ain't gonna play no games, right. You know, this type of people play no games. But you know, one thing about me, like I know, like I want to live to see another day. You know what I'm saying? And if it ever did come down to that, if I know somebody got the ups on me, whatever they asking for me, I'm gonna get this shit up. You feel me?
Right.
I can get it back. I'm gonna get this shit up. I ain't finna try to buck the system or none of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I ain't right, out here. You know what I mean?
I'm with this. We had this conversation yesterday. I said, give it up, man. Yeah. I mean, ain't no grown man gonna be like, ha ha ha, you got robbed at gunpoint, you had to give up your chain.
At all. You know what I mean?
What dumb person gonna say that, man? You know?
At all.
What's the solution and fixing our neighborhoods?
Man, that's a damn good question. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
That's a damn good question. That might be one we have to come back to.
Right.
Yeah. Man, that's a real good question.
Yeah, because you was a hero, you know what I mean, and you're still an icon, a hero, especially in your neighborhood, and you have a voice, you know what I mean, and you had the resources. It's and then you see Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph, you know, even though they may have had some maybe sometimes not so good traits in their past, they grew up and realized that they had to be an asset to their community. And then we turn our back for 1 second. People in the damn community make sure they never breathe again, you know.
Man, you know, and sometimes you gotta take a chance, you know what I mean, just to see something different. Like me, like when you know, when Jay asked me did I want to move down here, like my first thing was like, no. You know what I mean? I'm from fucking Houston. You know what I mean? Like, hell no. No, horses. I ain't on that hee-haw ass shit. No, you know what I mean? I don't know fucking Houston. You know what I'm saying? And he told me, said, man, just come down here and give it 2 or 3 weeks. If you like it, you can stay. If you don't, go back home. You know what I'm saying? I came down here and I ain't never been back in 12 years. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I love it. I love it down here. You know what I mean? Wow. I ain't never seen so many 80-degree Christmas in my life. Yeah,
you're right. You at that panhandle too, right? You at the panhandle? Yeah. So it's Jay Prince is that good of a man, huh? Speak on that, please, because a lot of people are gonna watch this video. Can you speak on Jay Prince giving back?
Man, he ain't never told me no. I'm gonna put it like that. You know what I mean? He never told me no. You know what I mean? Even sometimes, even when it was a want, not a need. You know what I'm saying? He never told me no. You know what I'm saying? He might have given me that talk like, hey, now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But man, he's a good dude, man. He's a good one of the best dudes I ever met.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about he keeps money on people's books. He takes care of a community. You know, I've heard, honestly, I swear before, man, I ain't lying. Maybe business deals, like maybe I've heard like, but in terms of being a man, there's very few stories about Jay Prince that I can be like, you know, and
even with those shady business deals that you heard he was involved in, if you do a little research, it'll make more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, it's one of them things. But even, you know, when you do your research, it'll make his side of the story make more sense when you do research.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? And one story comes to mind was when Floyd was afraid to fight Diego Corrales.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about the Vegas, the gym incident?
Yeah. What the gym incident? Yeah. And you know the money incident that they owed and all that. And but Jay Prince told the story to a media guy. It's online, and he says, "I had to go convince Floyd to fight Diego Corrales. He was scared."
Oh yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah, he said no. He said, "I'm not talking bad on Floyd."
Yeah.
Jay Prince said this. He said, "Oh, I had to go tell him you could beat him."
Yeah, that's great.
You know,
shout out Diego, man. Rest in peace, Diego. I actually went to camp with Diego.
No way.
I helped them get ready for Casa Mayor.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. The greatest fight I think that might be the greatest fight I've ever seen.
Yeah, I helped them get. It was me, David Diaz, and Corey Spence.
David Diaz, yeah.
Me, David Diaz, and Corey Spence. Yeah.
I was like sparring Corey Spence. Corey Spence was slippery.
Corey Spence was like sparring Laura. It's like a chess match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's two slick boxers. It's like don't too many punches get landed. But it's just the technique. Yeah, we both looking good, slipping stuff, you know what I'm saying? Getting out the way of stuff and trying but missing, you know what I mean? It was like a chess game. Yeah, it's like a chess game. But both of them.
And Kevin Cunningham was his trainer.
Yeah, Kevin Cunningham was his trainer. Yep. Matter of fact, when we was up there, Kevin wasn't there when we was in camp. What was his name? Kenny, the Marine guy. Kenny, I can't think of his name, man. I'm gonna think his name. His first name is Kenny. Yeah, but he used to. Matter of fact, he used to train the guy that I fought in the finals in the Olympics. Muhammad Abdullahi. I can't think his name. His first name was Kenny, but he was like a real strict army type of coach. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but he was good though.
Now you said you lost to him in the World Championships and the Olympics.
Right.
Take us through your emotions and the thoughts in your head.
Well, me personally, I thought with the Olympic fight, I really thought I won. You know what I mean? But that was, that was after that fight, it was one of them things I was like, fuck it, it is what it is. It's time to go on to the next level. But the in the World Championships, that was the first time. That was when a lot of kids, a lot of fighters were just now starting to do this shit. You know? And 99. I don't know what the hell. I don't fight like that. I don't know what the hell made me do that. But I'm talking about after the first round, I did one of these moves, and when I went back to my corner, I was down 7 points. You know what I mean?
and you had to storm back though, but you stormed back and took the lead, 35-33 or something like that. I remember that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I remember that. I remember. I was there in front of the TV.
So, that was one of my things. That was one of my things I always kept in my head, like, man, fuck that shoulder roll. I gotta keep my specs on. That's gonna be my form of defense. I'm a let Floyd have that. He mastered that. He got that. He got that. I said Floyd gonna get me killed.
Floyd gonna get you killed. How was Teddy Atlas? How was Teddy Atlas to you in that Olympics?
Teddy Atlas was cool. Teddy Atlas was real cool. You know what I mean? He gave he spoke real highly of me for the Olympics. You know what I mean? He also felt that that I wasn't awarded some points that I should have got. You know what I mean? I heard him say that on the broadcast, but you can't cry with spilled milk. What the baby's gonna do?
Yeah, what the baby's gonna do, right?
Yeah.
What the baby's gonna do. And there's a history between like St. Louis and Cincinnati, right?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
Man.
They always been good people to us, Yeah, I mean, I ain't never heard no rivalry. I think we have a rivalry with like Cleveland. You know what I mean? We have a rivalry
Mickey
with
Bay.
Cleveland. I mean, as an amateurs, we had like a rivalry with Cleveland. You know what I mean? Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns. So you know what I mean? That's how it is. Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Right.
They pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Right. But even with all those guys, I'm cool with all those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because there is like kind of like a rich history of those two cities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fight. Did you ever have any dealings with Bob Arum? Because
I never had. No, I have no.
Never had. Okay. Yeah, because Terence Crawford is going through that, and I know you got the Jay Prince thing. I was just curious as that. And have you ever met Don King? I know you have, but
I met Don. Yeah, I met Don King, but I mean, just through passing, Yeah.
That's shocking. He wasn't that aggressive towards you. It seems like a few miles away, and
I don't know. Only in America.
That's crazy. That don't add up because Mickey Bay has 100 Don King stories. Even the Porters got Don King stories. And that's odd that you may have slipped through the cracks as it pertains to Don King.
Yeah.
What's the solution to these promoters and fighters?
As far as like you talk about like on the other sides of the street.
Yeah, the business, the business of it, because fighters complain about shiesty promoters. What do fighters need to do to have a better control of their career?
You mean as far as as far as what, like, when I say like the other sides of the streets or the money they get paid, like what they talk like?
Yeah, all of it. We go through all of it, no problem.
As far as the other sides of the street, man, fighters just need to step up, man. Let it be known, this is who I want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Let make it happen. You know what I mean? That's what fighters just need to start doing, man. Because I don't believe in that other side of the street shit, because it's certain fights that's getting made. You know what I mean? From other sides of the street. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a lot of shit in the game. Like I said, I don't know, man. You know, that's wild. You know, I think the fighters just to, you know, start stepping up and let it be known what they want to do, who they want to fight. You know, it's their career. You know,
Right.
you got to speak up. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Definitely never does. Who was the fight you were looking for? Like, I'm about to chop his head off.
What you mean, like
when you started your career,
mm-hmm.
you was like, I'm getting him. Who was that for you?
Believe it or not, it might have been Zab.
It was Zab in your time. It sure was.
It might have been Zab because like Zab was a person, like he was left-handed. Like I idolized Zab. It ain't nothing that Zab could have did that I didn't know. Like, you know what I mean? And he was so high the time thinking in my head, like, if I ever fight him, I've been studying him so much. I know everything he gonna do. You know what I mean? I got him all figured out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I always thought like I'm gonna end up fighting Zab. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end up fighting Zab. You know what I mean? But he was like one of my favorite fighters. Robbie Springs, Zab Judah, and Pernell Whitaker, of course. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Pernell. Yeah, Pernell Whitaker is written all over your style.
Yeah. Who taught you about Roy Jones?
Oh no one. He's synonymous in everyone's career basically.
Yeah.
Who taught you how to counterpunch? Where'd that come from? You are
my dad. My dad. Yeah. He actually he said he learned from Curtis Coates. You ever heard of Curtis Coates?
Yeah, Curtis Coates.
Yeah, that was my dad's sparring partner.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that was my dad's sparring partner in Dallas. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he's from Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, he always say Curtis Coates taught him how to counterpunch.
Man, your counterpunching is fun.
Man, I appreciate you. Yeah, sure.
Man,
that's
fearless though too. Front foot, like you ain't slipped, man. God,
they say hit without getting hit, man.
Yeah. Who, when you fought maybe in the pros or maybe amateurs, who was like, oh shit? I mean, he got it. He got it.
You mean at the opponent I was fighting?
Yeah, in terms of talent.
You mean somebody who had it that I was fighting?
Yeah, like the one fighter, not a list, but like the one fighter. You're like, man, he can get it. He can go.
Got to be the Cuban, and that was just because. Okay, when you're in the Olympics, like if I'm fighting tomorrow and I'm fighting Cuban tomorrow, they're gonna have like a film study. You know what I mean? They how you sit down, they how you watch maybe two of the guys fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the day before I fought the Cuban, which was the hardest fight of my life, I'm sitting down. They sit me down in the thing, and I just see maybe 30 seconds of them fighting. But they telling me to pay attention. This guy know how to cut the ring off. He's seasoned. He's strong. To me, when I first watched, I maybe watched like 20, 30 seconds. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy. I stood up to go to my room. And hey, you need to sit down. Man, I got him, man. Y'all just be ready tomorrow, man. I got him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm cocky, I'm talking shit. And I'm talking about the first two rounds. I'm talking about this. The first round, he hit me. Boom. Cut the ring off, hit me. I just had to hold on to him. I didn't know where the hell I was at. You know what I mean? Then after two rounds, you know, my dad, he's an advocate of moving around. You know, I looked over at my dad, and I never forget what he told me, man. I looked right at him. I could hear him. As big as the arena was, it's like he was like right here in my face. He said, ain't no more boxing. You got to fight that. You got to street fight that motherfucker. You know what I mean? That was what I said. I said, okay, this is what it's got to be there. You know what I mean? But that was like, when I look back at that, I said, man, I should have sat my ass down and watched this. That's film study. You know what I mean?
Right.
That film study. But that guy was strong. That was like my first taste of real manpower. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
knew the difference. Like, damn, this dude hit hard. You know what I'm saying?
Should it be a rule against that? Because you guys are coming at 19. They coming in at 26. They go to a special school, third Olympics. Should it be a cutoff of age or no?
Nah, if you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? If you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? If you're special, you're special. You know what I mean? So at that time I was special. I'm undefeated against the Cubans. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, if you got it, you got it. Go with it.
Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with the 4 belts in boxing, or should it be 1?
I'm comfortable with the 4. Maybe the 3 major ones or something like that. But I mean, it's always good to see somebody, you know, unified.
Yeah.
It's always good to see them unified.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's the greatest fight you've seen?
The greatest fight I seen.
Not including you.
You said the greatest fight or greatest fight?
The fight itself, not including you.
I got a lot of them, man. I like Marvin Hagler, John the Beast Mugabe. John the Beast.
Oh yeah.
I like that. Marvin Hagler, John the Beast Mugabe. I like George Foreman versus Laos.
That's everybody's favorite.
Yeah,
That's
George Foreman versus Laos.
Yeah.
I got a lot of them, man. Yeah, I got a lot of them. Yeah, I got a lot of Sugar Ray and Marvin Hagler. Yeah. Who else? One of my favorite fights, but you know, it was kind of sad, was Gerald McCullough and Nigel Benn. Yeah. I got a chance to actually meet Gerald McCullough too.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet him. I got a chance to talk to his sister. And you know what I mean? That was touching right there.
Yeah, she's taking care of him now, right?
Yeah. Such,
yeah. That's a very touching story.
Yeah, very, very touching story.
Did you ever have a relationship with Floyd Mayweather? He was right before you, the Olympics before you. Did y'all have a relationship at all?
No, but we did have a funny story.
Mm-hmm.
They had the National Golden Gloves in Cleveland one year. And I think I had just won the Junior Olympics or something like that. I was just going to turn open. And I know Floyd, for some reason, my dad wanted to make that fight happen before, as an amateur. Before, you know what I mean? For some reason, you know what I mean? He wanted to make that fight happen. And he used to always come up to Floyd. Like, he come up to Floyd during the tournament, Floyd to win. He's, my son to get on your ass instead of third. And Floyd just always show like, man, he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a kid, man. He can't do nothing with me. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, like, me really, like, I was amazed at the shit that Floyd doing. I was a fan, you know what I'm saying? But when, like, the way my daddy is, I'm thinking in my head, shit, this ain't no time to be in fan mode. You know what I mean? This ain't no time to be in fan mode at all. You know what I mean? It's time to ride with Pops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, Floyd, he just really shoot us off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, basically shoot us off. Like, you a kid, go ahead on. You know what I mean? And then later on, after he won the tournament, he introduced me to his moms. And instead of third, he told me, like, man, this is the next little kid right here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Floyd's always been a good dude to me. And when he see me, he recognized me. You know what I mean? Of course, I recognize him.
Right.
He's the GOAT of my time.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, he's definitely the GOAT of this era.
Yeah.
What?
And Floyd fans are busted about it.
Right. What's his superpower?
Who, Floyd's?
Yeah, in the ring.
It's IQ. His IQ. He know where he's at in the ring at all times, and he's able. His adjustment. Him being able to adjust so good. You know, one thing about Floyd, he gonna figure that shit out quick. You know, no matter what you think you're doing, it's gonna be something. He gonna show you something different. But he got the best IQ. He know where he's at in the ring at all times. That's important.
Right.
And that's real important.
Are you born with an IQ, or can it be developed?
It's got to be developed. I mean, I think everybody born with an IQ, especially in boxing. I mean, an IQ can be as simple as, let me get the fuck away from this punch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But once you start getting to the point where if a certain part of your body touch the rope, you noticing that, you know what I mean? When you feel something touch the rope, you know what I mean? You getting ready to do something. You know what I mean? Just knowing where you at in the ring and how to position yourself. And I'm gonna grab a hold of him right here. I'm gonna go on the defense right here, and I'm gonna let him go right here. You know, that's IQ. That's got to be learned. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The reason why I ask is because sometimes when I see, so let's use this example since it's a polarizing one. When you have black fighter A versus Mexican fighter B, and all the black fighter has to do in many cases is just box.
Right.
And they probably can win on points, right?
Right.
But they go in the middle of the ring, they lean against the ropes and say, come here, and then they fight him. Next thing you know, he got a busted lip. Now he's anxious. You know what I mean? 2 rounds later, he got a busted nose. 2 rounds later, his eye is swollen. But all he had to do was box. And the reason why I asked you that is because you get fighters 25-2, 25-0. they going nose to nose, you know, with inferior fighters, you know, and when they should just be boxing.
A lot. I don't know. I guess these guys got the wrong idea to rope a dope. You know what I mean? They got they got the wrong idea to rope a dope. You know what I mean? They just they lay up there. They think these guys gonna get tired, not knowing that these guys want just as bad as them. They put in just as much work as they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So ain't no stopping. You know what I mean? Before you know it, you done dug yourself a hole and you behind on rounds. Now you got to change up your whole style and risk, and, you know, risk your chin getting knocked in the left field. You know.
What's your take on Muhammad Ali?
Huh?
What's your take on Muhammad Ali?
As far as
like just generally speaking, because you said the rope-a-dope. I'm just curious.
Oh no, he's the greatest. I can't say nothing wrong about Ali. I mean,
Right.
inside the ring, outside the ring. You know what I mean? Man. He's a. I ain't nothing I can say bad about him. You know what I mean?
Right. It's hard to. This is definitely hard. It's challenging to.
He's inspiration for everybody.
And he is. 135-pound division. How do you like that division?
Lomachenko.
You like Lomachenko?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Why Loma?
He's just all around. He's got everything all around. Wait a minute. What weight? Oh, Shakur is 30.
Shakur is 30.
Yeah. But Loma, 35. Loma.
Hey, as good as Shakur is, you were that much better. Think about that shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not bullshitting you because Fred don't lie in here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm looking at how great Shakur Stevenson was, but he don't have the fast twitch in the shoulders like you. You know,
right.
like he's very methodical and perfect. You know,
yeah.
Great.
I'm about to say he might what he don't have. I mean, what he does have, he mastered it. You know what I'm saying?
He mastered it.
Right. And it took. I used to watch Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch Andre Ward, and it took me a long time like to appreciate his style. You know what I'm saying?
Me too, because I was a Floyd guy.
Yeah, it took me a long time to appreciate his style. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably started appreciating doing like the Super Six, and how he just break people down. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what we remind me of, like an Andre Ward. They good thinkers. They got to be some hell of a chess players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They go, you know, they break you down, and it might be born to the eye, to the public eye, that they might be considered born fighters or something, but you know, flawless victories to me. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, if you're a boxer, if you know something about boxing, it's a beautiful piece of art that they're doing. You feel me?
Yeah. Andre Ward, definitely. As I got older, I learned to appreciate him because I realized everybody that's fought Andre Ward is pissing blood.
I'm telling you, and he ain't, and man, he looked the same. He looked the same way he looked when he went in. He's like coming out.
Yeah, he ain't, and he a bully too. Like
he's time.
Woo!
Yeah.
Man, he said, "I'm jabbing when you jabbing, Sergey. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up? What we gonna do, Sergey?
What is he doing? Talk to me."
Yeah. If you throw that right hand and miss, I'm beating your guts up. You know what I mean? I love it. I watched that fight so many times, right? And I said, and you got to really watch that fight to realize, like, Ward mindset in that fight was, I am motherfucking Anthony Hopkins. What's that movie when he eats the brain out? Tigers of the Lambs. Man, the psychosis he got.
Yeah.
Man, he be mentally bullying you, physically bullying. He holds his ground.
He was locked in.
Whoo, he was locked in. Respect Andre Ward with that fight. That was a hell of a fight. Kyle was in the building, man. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on, Big Fred? What's up, Ricardo?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, man. That Andre Ward fight. Who would win, Roy Jones against Andre Ward? Hannibal.
I don't know. I think I have to be just a spectator with that one. That's That's crazy right there. I really don't see nobody beating Roy, but
he's lost 9 times.
Andre, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm talking about in his prime.
I know. No.
Yeah. I'm saying, but like Andre find a way. You know what I mean? He find a way. So, but that's hard to say anybody would beat Roy Jones in his prime.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot you said Loma. So who's second? Is it Haney? Is it Tank? Is it Cambosis? Who is?
I gotta go with probably Tank and Devin Haney.
Tank and then Devin. Okay.
Yeah, Tank and Devin Haney.
Yeah.
But they right there neck and neck though. I mean, but Tank just he hit so fucking hard to be that little. But
yeah.
But I think a lot of people sleeping on Devin though. I think it's gonna take like a really good opponent to bring the best out of him. You know what I mean? Because he went it so easy that people just think he's a born fighter.
Right. What's his superpower, Devin Haney?
His legs, his reflexes.
Yeah.
Got good legs. He got good legs, good reflexes.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. I was like, man, let me go watch this fight. Let me go watch this kid. Like I've seen him in sparring. I covered his first fight at the MGM. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to the Linares fight, and I'm really gonna watch this kid because Bill comes in here blazing. Man, you mentioned Devin Haney name 3 times. He coming. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I said I'm gonna really watch this kid because I support the Haneys, but I want to sit and watch him.
Right.
And you talk about reflexes. Woo!
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I was mesmerized. That was more impressive to me than landing the right hand and rolling. Like how he
them legs and the reflex is gonna take him a long way.
Yeah.
A long way. For sure.
Do you think that he'll get more powerful?
Yeah, as he fill out, because he's young, he gonna get bigger. As he fill out, he gonna get more sting, more pop in his punch.
Yeah,
for sure.
Appreciate you, Gangsta Nerd Brand. Kyle, go ahead.
Well, how you doing, man? Couple questions, man. I looked at your box rec. You had a lot of gaps. As far as when you were fighting, right? What do you attest that to?
Like I said earlier, like the opportunities, that was my gaps came towards like the end. You know what I mean? When I get offered the opportunity and to win one fight for something bigger on the back end, and that don't happen, that's when my gaps came in. And then I had a lot of fights, like I said, that just didn't happen for some reason. You know what I mean? Just didn't happen for some reason. I couldn't figure it out, and the manager couldn't figure out what was going on. Like a lot of people was taking fights, and then they just cancel out on them. You know what I'm saying? So I just missed a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of things I can't explain.
Biggest regret.
Biggest regret. Biggest regret. My biggest regret probably just should have, had more of an open ear. Have more of an open ear. You know what I mean? When I was younger. You know what I mean? Have more of an open ear. I had to move in certain situations and things like that. You know what I mean? Some of the advice that I was getting and it was going in like in one ear and not the other. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What would you say was the fight? Go ahead, Fred, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. What would you say was the fight that changed your life for better or for worse? What was
a fight that changed my life for better or worse? Man, all of them. All of them. But you know what I mean? Mostly like my Olympic run, you know what I mean? Because that's like the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? When you standing out, where you fight, you got all the best fighters in the world just come to that one spot. So that's what pretty much stand out. I mean, that was my standout thing. You know what I mean? The Olympics.
Is there a relationship in boxing you wish you could repair? Because you said open ear.
Huh?
You said open ear. You would have had a better ear, like you would have listened more. Is
No,
there?
when I say that, I just mean I just wish I was able to listen back then like I'm able to listen now. You feel me? Like I was able. I wish I was able to receive information then like I can receive it now. I take it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because some of the things people tell you, I might take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I just wish I was able to receive information and utilize it then like I can now. But hey, that's part of maturing and being a man. Becoming a boy from a man, you know? I was young.
That's exactly what it is. Is there a relationship that you wish you could repair that boxing kind of tore apart?
Nah, because I don't really, when it comes to boxing, I'm solid with everybody. You know what I mean? I don't got no bad relationships. At least I don't think unless somebody just feels a certain way towards me. But I don't got no hard feelings towards nobody. You know, like I said, I'm content. You know what I mean? What happened is what happened. You know what I mean? And you can't change it. You know what I mean? All I can do is, put my all into my boys that want to fight or the fighters that I train. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's what am I gonna do from now? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
What was that time you spoke to Lou DeBella?
I haven't spoke to Lou. I think I might have seen him at if I'm not might have been at one of the probably Adrian Bronner fight or somebody that was Marcos Madonna.
In San Antonio.
Yeah, we spoke, we talked, we chopped it up. You know what I mean? Wasn't no hard feelings. Like I said, I was young, and Lou treated me very well. I was young, I didn't understand the business, and I made some of the wrong decisions,
How's that HBO relationship with you? Can you elaborate on that? Greenberg was there, right? When you were there?
Yeah.
Was it Greenberg? Yeah.
No, and what was the other guy?
What was it? It's Rosberg. Was it
Rosberg and the Black Kerry?
Who else was it?
Kerry Davis.
Kerry Davis?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. He just passed, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he?
I think so.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think so.
Yeah,
I think about 3 years ago. I think about 3 or 4. I don't want to misspeak, but I may be right.
Yeah.
Okay. How's that relationship with HBO? How does that work? HBO fighter relationship?
It worked pretty well. Like, really, really. I just did all the fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really too much worried about no relationships. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it wrong. Like the people over there treated me very well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They treated me very well. You know what I mean? They treated my family very well. But that ain't what I was there for. To have no relationships with no. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm trying to get there. You know what I mean?
Right. What was your take on Larry Merchant?
Larry Merchant was cool. He was one of them guys. I don't think my father, he hated Larry Merchant. He hated Larry Merchant. And then on my pro debut, he went over there, he said something to Larry Merchant, and they just talked for like an hour. You know what I mean? And when he got done talking, my father, he got a he very open with it. You know, he say, man, I ain't like that motherfucker, but he honest. He speaks his fucking mind. You know what I mean? So after that, having Larry Merchant, they was, all right. But at first, he couldn't stand Larry Merchant.
Wow.
I always had an attitude, like I said before. I never gave two shits what nobody said about me. You know what I mean? But my father and the family, they wasn't going for that shit. As soon as he seen Larry Merchant, he had an earful for him. You know what I mean? And they end up, you know what I'm saying? He ended up seeing Larry's point of view, and Larry ended up seeing his point of view, and they became friends.
Jim Lampley?
I never really interacted with Jim Lampley a couple times. I just, high and by. He announced a couple fights, and that was that.
And were you Emmanuel Stewart or George Foreman when you was at HBO? Did
both.
Commentary? Both? Okay.
Both. Yeah,
okay.
Both. Yeah, both. I actually went up to a camp with Emmanuel to Detroit and the Poconos. Matter of fact, when Lennox Lewis fought Klitschko.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. That was a good. You're blowing it. Is that the way we say you blowing it?
Yeah, he's blowing it.
I think so. Yeah, man. You bringing back so many memories, dog. Thinking about that joint, man.
Yeah, I got so many memories. I'm talking about especially camps. I've been to the camps with Amir Khan, Victor Ortiz,
Wow.
You know, I helped Antonio Margarito get ready for Pacquiao.
Antonio Margarito.
Yeah, and that was like some of the roughest sparring I ever had in my life.
Really?
You know what I mean? It's not one time I ain't leave the gym and like, man, I need some fucking chewing gum, bubble gum, fucking jaw hurt. You know what I mean? Like this dude throwing a million uppercuts. And you
Did
know,
you check the gloves?
nah, he ain't had nothing in the gloves. He's just throwing uppercuts.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. And you know how good of a punch he can take. And he had the nerve to have on the bar headgear, so he really was walking through our shit. You know what I mean? And he was just delivering. Then the ring we was sparring in was real small, so that was like some of the hardest work I had. I helped Mosley get ready for Pacquiao. Yeah, Amir Khan get ready for Devin Alexander.
Yeah,
Devin Alexander and Luis Collazo. Yeah, so man, you know what I mean? I was on the move for a minute, especially like in other people's camps. And I wasn't taking no ass whoopings in no camps at all.
None.
If I went to anybody's camp, bring the tapes. Yeah.
Who'd you knock down?
I ain't knocked nobody down. But hey, any camp I went to, I was comfortable. I was always the guy like, you need another one? You know what I mean? You need another round? Now, so bring somebody in and say, okay then. You know what I mean? I was that type of sparring partner. It was always in my mind. My father used to always say that, man, we ain't going up there to take no ass whoop. You know what I mean? We ain't going up there to make nobody feel good and none of that. You know what I mean? They want the work, you give it to them. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. Yep.
You have aspirations of getting back in the ring?
Nah. My son, he's 22 years old. I told him I got one more 3 or 4 round sparring session before I get old. I'm gonna whoop him one time before I really. But besides, I'm gonna let him know he can't do nothing with me. Besides that, I don't got no. I just want to be able to help somebody, man. Sit back. Right. I don't want to be that person to follow you in the car and drink the coffee and blow the whistle. Time, you know what I mean? I want to be. It's my turn to do that, man. You know, it's my turn to do that. Yeah, I've seen so many people do it, like guys like Gerald Tucker. Man, I remember Gerald Tucker first came and asked me, ask my dad to teach him how to box. You know what I mean? I remember this first time he came. I said, come to my house at 5:30 in the morning. He came at 5. I was still asleep. My mama said, "Yeah, you done told this boy to come. Get up. I know you done told him to come." And I got up and I purposely ran the longest trail that I can run. I'm trying to leave him. I'm trying to leave him while we jogging. And I'm looking right there. He right there. And he just that's how I knew he was gonna be a good coach, because he soaked this shit up like a sponge. And within like 7 fights, he was in like the Olympic trials. You know what I mean? In the 96 Olympic trials with like under 10 fights. So I always knew he was gonna be special. You know what I mean? It was a point in time where I used to get jealous of him, because my dad used to love him so much. And he was like, this is, I guess it was his self-proving that he's a good coach. Like I ain't just got my son, I brought this kid up, for
right
too. You know what I mean? So he was so proud. I used to just sit back there. He used to always look at little man like, oh man, here you come. You know what I'm saying? I had that type of feeling. But that's my bigger brother, you know what I mean? So much love for him. Shout out to him.
Nate Johnson wants to know, what's harder to learn, offense or defense?
Defense. Well, it's kind of 50-50, because you're naturally gonna try to get the hell out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And my dad always said, ain't no pretty way to get away from a punch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Ain't no pretty way to get away from a punch. But and then on the other end, you got offense. You got to learn how to put them together. You know what I mean? How to put them together to open up other shots. So it's a pretty fair playing field when it comes to that. Answer that question. Pretty fair playing field, 50-50.
What was your favorite punch?
My counter left hand. Yeah. Straight left hand. Yeah. Counter left hand.
I'm telling you, people need to go watch you, man. Yeah. You need to teach classes on that. Why don't they do classes like they do in like the final four in the college basketball? It's a camp, right? Where coaches get together and learn from one another. Like Derrick James may be good at punch placement.
But I was about to say that. I thought to say it is a camp. It's just as long all the coaches they never boxed before. There's a whole lot of camps out there. There's none of the coaches never fought before. So,
Facts.
you know,
Facts.
and ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Because, well, yeah, it is something wrong with that. but you got some coaches that, you know, can drop some knowledge. But, you know what I mean? You have to been over there. You have to been in there to, you know, get that experience, right, so you can know what's going on. You can know what your fighter going through.
Right. Kyle?
How do you think winning the gold medal would have changed the trajectory of your career?
I don't think it would have changed. It's on the strength that I think I was pretty much treated like a gold medalist, to be totally honest. You know what I mean? What more could a person ask for? Even when it's silver, you know what I'm saying? What more could a person ask for? It was pretty much put on the plate for me. You know what I mean? It's pretty much put on the plate, just to be honest, you know? It wouldn't I got everything that I wanted, everything that I thought I was gonna get, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect it, no 1.4 coming out there, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that.
When was the last time you put that medal on?
Man, I put the medal on. It's been a minute. My dad got it. It's been hung up. You know what I mean? It's been hung up. You know what I mean? I think my dad always tell me every time I get the juggle with, he said, I got 30 seconds of Mike Tyson for you. You know what I mean? So I don't want to touch that medal. We get them 30 seconds of Mike Tyson.
Right. Now, Muhammad Ali said when he went to Rome that when he went over there, people treated him with respect. But when he came home, they treated him like an N-word. Did you feel that coming from Australia, coming back to America in terms of their appreciation? When
I got to Cincinnati, I got a hero's welcome.
Right.
I got a hero's welcome when I came to Cincinnati. I'm talking about everybody, like when you know how you come out the plane right into the gate? I mean, just filled with fans, family, friends. You know what I mean? When I first came out, I got the medal, I put it around my son's neck. Matter of fact, that's the last time I had the medal. When I came out the plane, I put it around my son's neck. You know what I mean? The love I got when I came back was unreal. Unreal. I'm talking about 4 or 5 different TV stations there. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful thing. Unexplainable feeling.
Did you know that you were going to get a hero's welcome when you came home?
I did.
You didn't?
No, I did. Oh, and that was the crazy part about it is I changed my flight because like once I was done fighting, you know, they had the closing ceremonies that everybody wanted to go to. I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to be a part of it. I changed my flight to come home early, you know what I mean? And I actually ended up getting stuck on the back of the plane in one of the seats that don't let back. Yeah. So I had to ride like 14 hours straight up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you next to the bathroom.
Straight up, and then when the plane landed in Cincinnati, I heard like the flight attendants, you know, when shit happened like that, you know, it could be 30 years ago. It's like I still remember. I just remember one of the flight attendants saying, "Do we have a medalist, an Olympic medalist on the plane?" You know what I mean? And she said, like, it's a lot of people out there. You know what I'm saying? I still didn't expect that. I mean, once I went out there.
Oh yeah, because this is 1 year before 9/11.
Yep.
Yeah, so they can come in and come get you. Yeah.
They come into the gates. You know what I mean? It was man. It was packed. Even the people who was traveling or just getting out their plane, they stopped and, you know, and recognized it was crazy. Yeah.
Nah, that had to be something special, man, to know that you've inspired a nation. How crazy is that?
Man, it felt good. Then my mom, my dad, the people who got to put in the most work with me, you know what I mean? Them two, they got to go over there. My sponsor, he paid for them to come over. So, I mean, it was a beautiful thing, man. You know what I mean? And then when I fought the Cuban, I beat the Cuban, it's like my first time seeing my father cry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, first time seeing my father cry. And like he's always been like a real silly person, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, when I get out the room, I'm like, well, what's wrong? He like, man, you a fighting motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody was crying, you know what I mean? I like, damn, you know, that tell you made me feel good. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it. I'm doing everything that he wanted. I'm doing it.
Right. Pro debut. What's the difference between fighting for the gold medal and pro debut?
No headgear, 8-ounce gloves.
Oh
No headgear, no headgear, 8-ounce gloves. That's the main difference right there. No headgear, 8-ounce gloves. You just that's in the back of your mind. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Am I finna get cut? Am I gonna be able to take a punch different? You know what I mean? That's like the main difference. But on the flip side, is you got 8 ounces too. So when I hit him, it's just gonna be over as quick. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, that's the thing. First, that's the first thought that go in your mind is when you look at your 8 ounce, like, damn, I can't wait to hit him. Then you think like, oh shit, he got on a pair of these too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so, yeah.
Did you forget I was talking to Money Powell. His pro debut, he forgot to pick up his check. How about you?
Never. never. I think my first pro debut, I think I might have got paid $225,000.
Whoo, that's a lot of money
for a 4-rounder.
That's
ain't no way in hell I'm leaving that.
Damn.
Yeah, for a 4-rounder.
So speaking of Cincinnati, how did you feel about Duke Reagan?
Oh man, you know, I come up under his dad, man, and I come up under his dad, man. His dad, rest in peace. You know, he just lost his father. He's lost his father. He just lost his father to Corona. But man, I watched Duke grow up, man. I watched Duke grow up from the time he first started, and I always used to mess with his dad because, and don't take this the wrong way either. He was so yellow. He was light skinned. I was like, man, he light skinned, man. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing, man. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing. But Duke was like, well, his daddy had a little funny voice. Yeah, you watch. He gonna do it. And he stayed. He got to be one of the hardest workers that I've seen. Dedicated. You know what I mean? He might not have the physical attributes that I had, like the showmanship, but he works so hard. You know what I'm saying? He like nonstop working hard. He's always working. And sometimes that beat out talent.
How proud were you to see him bring that medal back?
Man, I was very proud. I wanted to see him do.
It should have been gold, but
yeah, I wanted to see him get gold because I feel like Timmy Austin and Larry Johnson, they went bronze. I got silver. I feel like it's supposed to get better every time, man. I wanted him to get a gold. Yeah, I want him, but hey, you know, it shook how it shook, and you know, he's doing his thing right now.
So do you think he's gonna be able to get over the Ohio hump?
Yeah, because he's grounded. You know what I mean? He's really grounded. You know what I mean? He's real full. He got a close-knit family. You know what I mean? And he got like I said, he just lost his father, so he got something. He got a reason to do this. You know what I'm saying? He got a reason to do this, and I really think he's one of the ones gonna get over him. He's a humble guy. You know what I mean? He's a humble guy. He ain't. You know, he
met him in Atlanta.
And, you know what I'm saying? He's a very quiet, humble guy. You know what I mean?
Pernell Whitaker. How much did Pernell Whitaker impact you?
Man, Pernell Whitaker. Well, first I was a Roy Jones fan, believe it or not, and I got a friend by the name of Alex Garnett, bro. He used to watch Pernell Whitaker, and he's like, man, just look at him the way he punches this and the third. And once I saw him and seen he was left-handed, I was like, oh my God, man, is you serious? You know what I mean? I was like studying all the time.
Wow.
Man, study all the time.
How did you miss Pernell over? That's 88. He's sold, and Pernell is 80. I mean, yeah, Pernell was 84. That's crazy that you missed him.
I missed Pernell.
84 was LA.
LA, yeah.
Yeah, that was the Carl Lewis Olympics.
Yeah, I just think Roy Jones like showmanship.
Oh, beyond.
I'm talking about just his ring walks.
Which one was your favorite?
Huh?
Which one was your favorite? The ring entrance. Do you have one?
Yeah, I got a perfect one. I walked when he fought Richard Hall. I walked him out with the belt. And, who was it? Mystical came out with us. So yeah, that was real good. And then like if you go back to that fight in the middle of the ring, Roy go over there before they start. It's like it's gonna be like a scuffle if you go back and watch the fight. And I was young, so I'm just sitting back. I got my eyes like 50 cent pieces. I'm just holding the belt up. And then I remember Derek Gainer and them.
Derek Gainer.
Yeah, Derek Gainer. They had grabbed all the WBC belts, and they gave me the belt, the big belt with the fur. So as I walk, I'm like, damn, this belt is heavy. You know what I mean? So every time the camera get off of me, I'm like, shh. When the camera go back on, And they all sitting over there laughing at me. They got the little WBC belts. And they just holding them over one arm. I said, "Oh, y'all don't trick me. Never again." I said, "No, I just be on the side clapping. I want no more belts." Yeah. But
What was
that was the best one right there.
What was Roy Jones' superpower?
Huh?
What was Roy Jones' superpower?
Legs. His legs. For sure, his legs. You know, his legs got him out of a lot of trouble. And, you know, once he lost his legs and wasn't able to move like that no more, that's when, you know, the downside of his career came when he had to lay back on the ropes and he couldn't get away from them punches like that. In my opinion, you know, in my opinion. So I think it's just his legs. Yeah.
What did you learn from him?
Man, I learned a lot from Roy, man. Just rhythm, IQ. You know what I mean? Just certain things that he did, the way he set people up. He used to have this thing that he used to do when he used to jab up, jab down, but he used to do it like 3 times, you know what I'm saying? But on the 3rd time, he'd jab up and he'd fake down to come up with that jump hook. I put that in my game, man. He got a lot of jewels for me to put in my game, you know? He most definitely was somebody who I looked up to.
Yeah. And Charlo Canelo. Obviously, you're going with Jamal, but shake out that fight for us if it happens.
As far as what you mean?
Like, how will Jamal Charlo win the fight?
I think Canelo is at the top of his game right now, and he's such a good counter puncher. He got such good defense. I think the key for Jamal to win that fight would be changing the rhythm of his jab. And fighting him big, and don't throw the same jab. Change the rhythm of the jab, different speeds, jab up and down with it. Make Canelo uncomfortable. Don't let him figure you out to the point where he gets to counter punching and hitting you with good shots. But one thing about Mal is he got the inner hunger at him. You know what I mean? And one thing I've seen with not all Canelo fights, but most Canelo fights is some of these guys be beat before they go into the ring. You know what I'm saying? The guys that didn't feel that way, it was good fights, you know what I'm saying? And I know Mal, I know he don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I know he ain't gonna be beat before he go into the ring. But I think the different rhythm of the jabs, head moving, and he's naturally a bigger man, even though Canelo has been fighting at higher weight classes, but he got to fight him like a big man. You know what I mean? Change them jabs and don't show no chinks in your arm. You know what I mean? Change the rhythm of the jab. That's gonna be the big thing. Everything else gonna fall into place.
Right. Kyle?
How did you feel about Caleb Plant telling Canelo, "I'm a good fighter, huh?"
I felt the same way y'all feel. Like, what type of shit is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like, man.
At first, I thought like when I first saw this shit, I thought it was like a voiceover. You know what I mean? I thought like, nah, they ain't really saying no shit like that. I never seen no shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, shit, but
I'm a good fighter, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if Caleb Plant really, and I got respect for Caleb Plant. I ain't trying to dog him or no shit like that. But that's like, you surprised to still be in a fight to say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I was
like, you just happy to be here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Listen, you already called him a cheater already. So as you jabbed him, you said, "You cheat motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So whether you get knocked out or not, you cheat motherfucker. Yeah, take this PED with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That pretty much would have been like the last thing I said. You know what I mean? Is am I a pretty good fighter, huh? No, I ain't going like that.
And he was winning, in my opinion. My opinion don't mean a lot. It probably don't mean shit. But in my opinion, I thought the motherfucker was halfway winning that fight.
I thought it was close. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
It's Canelo. You gotta do a lot. You gotta do a lot more than that to beat Canelo. You know?
After he said that, I'm a good fighter shit. Right after he said that good fighter shit, remember, the next round, he was asleep.
Oh, with. Okay, he probably made Canelo feel that more comfortable with that shit he said, Gave him that much confidence.
And he was done. He was mentally done. I came this far. The check is good. I think I got a $200,000 bonus if I get to double digits in rounds. Okay, I'm good. I hit the over. We hit the over, y'all. He probably did 100 on the over.
Okay, that was. I didn't understand that conversation at that time. You know what I'm saying? You could have asked him that shit after the fight. You know what I mean? In his dressing room, man, I'm a pretty good fighter, huh? What you think? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not in 10th, 11th round in the middle of the fight.
And especially not how you promoted the fight. Like,
yeah,
you're a cheater.
You know what I mean?
I have no respect for you. You're a cheater.
Hell no, y'all went to slapping each other and all that. No, yeah, and then I'm a pretty good
fighter. Hey, Ricardo, imagine being the only Caleb Plant fan in a bar full of everybody yelling out Canelo, 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 and the whole time y'all rooting for a motherfucker, and I get home, you know, after everybody laughing at me and shit, I get home and I hear a motherfucker say, "I'm a good fighter, huh? What do you think? Give me a fucking break." Man, I was mad as a motherfucker, dog. Listen, I'm getting
Heartbreak Hotel,
dude. You already know, drunk Canelo fans, bro. Some of the worst people you can talk to.
Yeah.
And I got them niggas in my ear and shit, and I come home to a motherfucker talking about something. I'm a good fighter, huh? Oh man, give me a fucking break.
Man, I feel like you sold me out. That's how
man.
Gave me a charge. Yeah. I feel like he sold me out. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he definitely did. Man, I was. Sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Man, we've been here 2 hours, man.
Yeah, just running, man. We most definitely gotta, do a part 2, man. Like I said, I'm a fan, supporter, and I'm a subscriber, bro. You know
I was. Hey, let me tell you something. No, hey, I'm gonna tell the story. So I don't know if y'all know. I've been wanting to interview this guy for a long time, a long ass time. And Mickey Bay posted you in his stories, and I'm like, oh shit, Ricardo Williams.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
Hit me right back, dog. Hit me right back, dog. And that was love, man, because you a superstar, man. Man, you a GOAT, man. Like for real. Like when people talk about GOATs and being the greatest of their era, like I said, you and Gary Russell Jr. I can't even think. I'm 44, so I missed when Floyd was going through it. I was trying to get a basketball scholarship, right? So I wasn't really up on the amateurs, but your class was the first one where I'm watching. The internet just came about, and I'm watching. I'm going down to the computer center, catching up on everything that's going on, reading the articles and stuff like that. And I had a crush on that girl, on that heptathlon or something from Australia. The Australian girl that did the she did everything. The heptathlon, right? Is that what it's called? The heptathlon. She did.
Yeah, I ain't paying no attention.
You was locked in. You was locked in. I forget her name. Someone to tell me in the chat what her name was, man. The 2000 Olympics, Australia had a girl that was bad. And
I'm gonna tell you another story at the Olympics.
Go ahead.
In the Olympics, we got an Olympic Village. They got like a lot of places where you can eat different cultures. You know what I mean? The food.
Yeah.
So, like you got on the yellow sweatshirt, and me and him got, we got on black. We might be in the United States with the black, you Russia, third. So if you see somebody with the black sweatsuit, if you're United States,
Yeah.
So we went to go eat, and on the way back, we see these two black girls. They get off the bus. They got the USA sweatsuits. They got barrettes and shit in their hair. Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all come eat with us. A couple of boxes went. I went the other way. Yes, those two girls were Serena and Binks.
Serena Williams. Yeah. They won gold too, and they won gold in doubles.
Yeah, Serena and Binks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that was
2000. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of that girl's name, man. It's kind of a hip.
Hey, Ricardo, before you go, we got to ask you a few questions.
Go shoot. It's all good, brother.
We asked everybody to come on. What is your position with people wearing sunglasses in the building?
What's my position with people wearing sunglasses inside the building?
Yeah.
They must be trying to hide something.
What I tell you, Fritz, I told you. See? See? Hey, see? Told you.
They must be trying to hide
trust
something.
the man that wears sunglasses in the building, man. That's
either he trying to hide something or he on that Mary J. Wanna.
Because the eyes is the windows to the soul. Am I right?
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to find that Olympic Australian winners.
Can you trust a man with two first names?
Huh?
Can you trust a man with two first names?
I ain't had the pleasure of really being that cool with nobody with two first names, so I don't know.
Tell you, you can't trust a man with two first names. You can't trust a man with a beard and no mustache.
I could dig that. the beard and no mustache, he kind of weird.
Can't be trusted. Can't be trusted.
All the dude with like no mustache or nothing, just like that right there, like.
Can't be trusted, man.
We on the same
Can't
page.
be trusted.
We on the same page. Go back and get your stash.
Go back, get your stash. Man, I gotta find this, man. It's gonna kill me, man. But man, I had a crush on her, man. I'm trying to think of her name.
Now, can you vouch for Sean Porter's outfits, man? I mean, y'all both from Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio player.
Can you vouch for them outfits that Sean Porter wears?
Now that's where Cleveland and Cincinnati different. Cleveland and Cincinnati different, man. You know, we different. We different with the drip, man. he got. Hey, Sean got his own style, and you know, he make it look good for himself, man.
I don't gotta ask you next one. I'm gonna ask you what you wear, but Cincinnati and Cleveland got different styles.
Yeah. Bengals and Browns.
I don't even know if people in Cleveland are vouching for that outfit, cuz
they might not. They might not.
Yeah, maybe it was Kathy Freeman. It was somebody I can't think of right now. Maybe it was Kathy Freeman. I can't think of her name right now, but it was Australia had an Olympic track athlete that I was just like, yeah. I pray she come to LA one day. You know,
you got me ready to Google now.
Next time we got to show them the list next time, Fred.
Oh yeah. We did the top 10 female boxers in the game. You know,
top 10 female boxers.
Yeah. Speaking of top female boxers, Carissa Shields. What's your take on Carissa? 2-time gold medalist. Your boy got her. Your boy training her.
Beast. She's a beast. Yeah, she's a beast.
Beast.
She got that. She got that. That one auntie feel to her that quote.
She did.
Like you know how she make a person wish she was like my auntie or my little niece or one of my sisters or something. Don't make me go get Clarissa. Yeah. Don't make me go get Clarissa.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Man, thanks for coming into the shop, man. Thanks
no doubt, man. Like I said, man, like I told y'all before, man, I'm a fan, supporter, and subscriber. It was my pleasure, man. Thank you for having me on. I'm honored. Man. Whenever y'all want to do part 2, let me know.
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
Shit.
And I'll be inboxing you, man, to bet you some steak dinners on these games and these
fights. We betting. We
sure.
We betting because I know you're gonna be at the Spence Ugas fight. Yeah, that's just
for sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I'll definitely be in the. I plan on being in the building for that, depending on how post production go. When's your documentary coming out? What's going on with that?
I got talking with some people. They was in the we in talks with doing a documentary. You know what I mean? So,
and that'll be awesome.
You talking to a documentary filmmaker right here, man. Right in front of you.
Hey, I was already talking to somebody about it, but maybe we can do the movie or something.
Yeah. Hey, Max, you want to say something to Ricardo?
Because it's gonna be a hell of a story.
Give me a thumbs up if you want to say. Oh, okay, no, okay. But yeah, man, thanks for coming in, man. It's all man. It's love.
Man, thank you for having me, man.
I feel like the barbershop is validated now, dog. I ain't lying. Dog. I watched you like no tomorrow. I read about you all the time, man. All the time.
Yeah. Hope. Come here. Hopefully, man, you'll be reading about one of these dudes one time.
Yeah, you got 4 of them. Yeah, you got 4 of them.
Cinco.
He in great shape too. Genetic. Yeah, the gene pool great.
Can I borrow some of them abs, brother?
Hey, I ain't never had an ab in my whole career. He get lucky like that.
I need to borrow some of them.
Yeah, facts, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you just reminded me that I was on that when it was like Hotmail or something like that, or Hotwire or something, whatever. Ask Jeeves. It was that. And I remember going on BET.com trying to get all those women. No, because I used to stay up watch boxing. That's how. And then I got 2 windows open. I'm trying to holler at girls on BET.com.
Hey, he trying to fool us. He know he was up watching Uncut.
That too. Hey, that too, man. I didn't have a credit card, but I heard about
Tip drill.
Yeah. Tip drill.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, I definitely did that up the map. I was enjoying. You know what I mean? Hey, you could. Hey, man. Yeah, I had a. Yeah, that was fun, man. Thank you.
Man, you're welcome, man. Like I said, man, part 2 on the way, man.
Part
Let me
2.
know, man. Much love, my brothers.
Thank you, dog. Thank you,
No
man.
doubt,
What an
man.
honor
Much
to
love,
have
man.
you in here. What
Peace,
an honor
brother.
to have you in here, dog.
No doubt, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
all the time, dog. Mr. Ricardo Williams, man. Junior. He's a senior. Dad is still out here. What's up, man?
Yo, what's good?
Hey, what's up, man?
I came at the end of that shit, so I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I'm trying to put my 2 cents.
Nah, Ricardo Williams is one of the greatest amateurs I've ever seen in my life, by far. But you know, I'm a 98-ish, 97-ish. After Full Weight 1, I really got into it, you know, in terms of watching the guys. Prior to that, I was just watching pros, but yeah, he was a special kid. Special kid. For sure.
Man, I saw the title of tonight, man. I fucking knew he was gonna choose. I knew that shit. He ain't gonna fight nobody in their prime, man.
He ain't. He
always gonna take the easy route, man. Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo. You may be right. And Champion Heart, I got it. So we good. We ready to rock and load it. So now we got 2 episodes. We gonna watch one tomorrow. Cooking with the shit. Shit, man.
Oh shit.
Cooking with the champ. But yeah. But you know, that may be good for PBC though. I was thinking, because you remember they need to get back to the basics. Invest in their team. Invest in what they got. They got the talent before they get too old, you know.
Well, I mean, but hasn't our biggest complaint been people promotions not cross promoting? So now you're thinking they should just keep it in house?
Yeah. Yeah, and what they say, $85 million? How do you turn that down?
I mean,
is he worth 85 mil?
I mean, for 2 fights, 85 million? How do you turn that down? That's 2 seasons in the NBA for 3 months. Assuming
from that perspective, I agree, because it's like you gonna get that money to fight lesser competition. Why wouldn't you? But Canelo always talks about his legacy. So which one is it, bro? Like
that's just for shits and giggles, man. He don't mean that shit. It's all about the money, man. It's all about the dollar, almighty dollar.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is about the dollar, and it's
but the dollar's not that different if they were offering what 40, 45 for one for the Charlo fight. I mean, it's about the same.
Yeah, but it gives them 2 fights. It gives them a guarantee. You know, like you can go a little less when you got the guarantee. You know what I mean? Like the security of the summer. I'm getting 85 million.
But it's fucking Canelo. He's guaranteed to get a big fight anyway. Ain't nobody gonna not fight him for money.
No, but
we got Wale tomorrow.
But when you get the guarantee,
you going to that concert?
Yeah, enjoy.
I was gonna send that shit to you, but I don't got your socials or nothing. I seen it. I said, I know this motherfucker Kyle gonna be there.
It, baby.
Front row with his shirt off.
You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing my Wale shoes tomorrow to the joint.
And Nike boots.
Enjoy that. And enjoy that. Have a great time. But I mean, it's hard to turn down $85 million guarantee.
Facts. I was gonna ask you too, what you thought about Sean Porter saying Boots was overrated.
But he's a joke, bro. Why? He's a joke, man. My bad, Fred. Go ahead, Fred.
No, I mean, Phil, speak for both of us. Go ahead.
He's just a fucking joke.
Yeah, man. It's.
I mean, I kind of understood where he was coming from without using the word overrated. I think he could have said unproven. Probably would have been a better word to choose.
Y'all acting like Sean don't know what he's doing, man. Come on, man. He's a commentator, 2-time world champion. He has his own podcast. He talks every day for a living like me. I don't make mistakes when I'm describing somebody. I don't make mistakes. Come on, man.
Hey, when me and Fred talk about Keith Thurman being a piece of total dog shit, you think we missing a beat? You think I say, hey Fred, I think I made a mistake by calling Keith Thurman a piece of shit. No, hell no. We doubled down on that shit.
Well, I never
think about Sean Porter. He ain't doubling down.
No, you called him dog shit. I ain't never called no Keith Thurman dog shit.
Him and his lying ass daddy, man. Listen,
yeah, his dad is a liar. His dad's definitely
lying motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Fred. Listen, I'm gonna take the hit for you because I'm gonna sue the shit out of him. So you're gonna be all right.
I ain't worried about no fighter, man. The fighters are smart, man. They gonna talk, but they ain't gonna. They not willing to. They trust me. Fighters don't want to hit no civilian. The law will come hard on them so bad, man. You know what I mean? They wouldn't do that. They smart.
Yeah, I mean, it was a surprise too because any other time that Sean has talked about Boots, he's always gave him his props. Said he was the next up, he's the best, all the good shit. But I think he kind of alluded to the same shit I've been saying for about the past year. Is that welterweight division is not what it used to be. We still living on the past memories of like 5 years ago. There's really 2 top dogs at the top and a whole bunch of unproven dudes underneath.
Okay,
that's it.
Let me tell you something, Max. All right, let me run this down to you, brother. The reason why he said it is for the reason why me and you talking about it right now.
Get them clicks,
all for headlines and clicks, man. Now he's back in the limelight. So all he did was just use Boots to get back in the limelight, man.
Yeah.
Nobody think about goddamn Sean Porter or his fucking show until he said Jerron Ennis is over. Now everybody is talking about Jerron Ennis and Sean Porter. You know Sean Porter ain't getting his sorry ass out of the off the couch.
Yeah, I mean he doubled down on it today and just said, "Hey, I meant it." Like, so.
He ain't shit, man. Well, how about you double down and come out of retirement and get your ass beat? How about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2.5 fighters that Boots can fight that'll give him that provenness, and that's Earl and Bud, which ain't gonna happen, and possibly Ugas because of the belt. But if he fights like Virgil and beats him, or anyone below Stanios or anyone, he don't get credit for that shit either because they're up and coming dudes too. The division's not that deep.
Like I said, man, it's all about the clicks, man. It's all about the clickbait. You know what I'm saying? He's a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He's just a YouTuber, man. With a fucked up outfit. The outfit that he said Boots is overrated in, burn it.
Man, they were actually on that same episode. They were talking. I was thinking about you too. They was talking about Sean Porter's fashion sense. Like his boys were bragging on him, talking about his big ass ties and talking about the suit he had on at the Thurman fight. The little half silver, half gold suit he had on. And they pretty much asked him, like, yo, what the fuck was up with that, bro? He was like, yo, it was Danny Garcia's brand. I just told him I'd wear something for him, and that's what they gave me. And he's like, so I just wore it. But, man.
He would have wore that shit anyway. Shut the fuck up.
He probably special ordered that shit. But, nah, I was just calling in because, that was the biggest news I heard in the past 24 hours or so was the Canelo shit and the Sean Porter shit.
He got that fake humble God shit going on, man.
Yeah, that it's not real, man.
I hate a motherfucker, man. That fake humble shit where you like, man, I got you. I'm gonna do something for you. And motherfucker, oh no, man, no, you ain't got to do that. Nah, motherfucker, I do. You know what I'm saying? Like he got that like that. Oh, brother. Yeah, don't worry about it. I got you. No. It's cool. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
You think it's an act? I think he's just really like that.
I think he
lame as a motherfucker. I don't think he had much of a choice as a child. I don't think he ever had much of a choice as a child to show any kind of fucking personality. His daddy ain't gonna let him talk back or have a word to say. His dad gonna say it for him.
Listen, man. His daddy is probably he probably leave the weights alone. You know what I'm saying? If he lifted less weights and focus on training fighters, maybe he'll have more than one good fighter. And the nerve of Sean Porter said that Derek James was overrated. So Derek James is overrated. Jerron Ennis is overrated. But your daddy is the best trainer we've ever seen. Give me a fucking break, man.
Hey, and he also disrespected Deontay Wilder is an exciting fighter. The man got 10 title defenses, dog. I just, man, fool me once, shame on me. I mean, we gave him the benefit of the doubt. Now it's like, nah, man, I called Champ side the other day. He didn't respond. So I hope he's okay, man. I have no idea what the hell's going on with him. but I heard he hasn't posted a video in a minute. So I called him. That's the least I can do. So Sean Punch.
Speaking of Champside, Fred, what do you know? Because I tried listening to a couple of his videos before, just suggested in the YouTube algorithm. What is the whole press one thing?
That's his quote. I say, I digress. That's basically it. Press one.
It's just okay.
But he turned it like into a slogan though, like a brand, like it's on his shirts and stuff like that. So
I fell out the loop. I was like, this must be an inside joke I don't know about yet.
He's moving the weight. He's moving weight. You know, shout out to Champside, man. He's a nice guy.
Man, shout out to Champside, man. Hell of a guy, man. Hell of a fucking guy.
Yeah, he's easy to root for. Champside, very easy to root for.
He's someone else that's not afraid to ask some questions either, man. That's why.
Yeah. He's easy to root for. Champside is easy to root for. Yeah, he's gonna do his thing. He got his own brain. You know what I mean? He moving with it. You know, he got interesting topics and stuff like that. And I want him to get to 1 million subscribers, man, and run this shit. You know, and that'll be cool. Yeah.
Another quick question about boxing, man. I've seen that the Shakur and Valdez fight is the same night as that Katie Taylor and Serrano fight. Do you think that was a misstep, maybe probably on Jake and them's behalf?
Yeah, I think the women should have their own day. Even if they change the time. I'll be honest. I'm gonna watch it because I'm a boxing fan. However, if Lincoln got somewhere to go, somewhere to be, I'm not saying Lincoln, can you wait? You get what I'm saying? But Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez, Lincoln, we gotta do it tomorrow. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So that's where I'm at with that fight. So, but if they had their own day, I could be like, I could be all in on that fight. I can go back and watch all the interviews when she was 3-0, 4. I like doing that on fights. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna watch it if it's a convenience for me. But I'm not playing.
They could even move it to Sunday. There ain't gonna be no more football no more. I mean, Tank did a Sunday.
Let's see, April 30th. They just got the NBA. You're right. They need to do something because you don't want to compete with ESPN, dog. Let's be.
You for damn sure don't want to with Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez. It's gonna be so much
free, or it's gonna be ESPN Plus.
It's gonna be. That fight got to be free. Bob don't put on pay-per-views like that because Bob don't want to take that risk. He want that guaranteed money.
Yeah, man, it's on TV, big dog.
Yeah,
I told y'all that. Listen,
that's
I told you that. The only reason why he made that Sean Porter shit a pay-per-view because he had to. He had no choice in the matter. He said, "I ain't spending no more money, huh? Go ahead, take these niggas off my hands."
Yeah,
because I think it's gonna kind of mess up because Jake Paul been doing pretty good. We've been giving him praise as a promoter and paying his fighters and shit, but for this to be his first event without him involved, and for him to have a conflicting date with one of the biggest fights of the year so far, it's kind of that rookie mistake by a promoter, man. You know what I'm saying?
But it ain't just him, though.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought Eddie Hearn would even be like, yo, you know what? Probably not.
It's Eddie Hearn fight. It's Eddie Hearn's terms. It's on his own. It ain't like, it's on Showtime and no shit like that. This is Eddie Hearn's doing. You know what I'm saying? Thinking he hot shit. He always do that shit, man.
Point. Thinking of hot shit. Valiant. Anyways, what's up? I'm sorry. I
think as of right now, it's probably the biggest women's fight until Savannah and Clarissa fight, right?
I can't wait for that. Shout out to Clarissa Shield for making that fight valuable. That was fun.
I love Clarissa Shields like a male fighter. You know what I mean? Because I don't watch women fight too much unless it's the upper echelon. You know what I mean? But I love her like I love Bud and Spence.
If you think about it, nobody cares about that fight if Clarissa Shields ain't fighting in it. That's all I'm telling you.
You talking about Savannah Marshall?
Nobody cares about Savannah Marshall, bro.
Facts. Her claim to fame is being the only one to beat Clarissa back in the day.
And it was back in the day, and they said she really didn't win that fight, but we'll digress, as my good friend Frederick S. Hawthorne would say, the great philosopher.
And press one, as Champside would say.
Yeah, I like the little back and forth they had after the fight, though, because Clarissa's a dog, man.
Yeah, you gotta respect Carissa, man.
Like, I came out here. I came out here for you. You never came to the U.S.
Carissa going out there going to get it, dog. Like, man, I mean, I don't agree with a lot of things that she say, but to root for her is easy, you know. But to disagree with her, yeah, I disagree with her a lot. Like some of the things she says it's not packaged right. You know, some of the things she says is kind of off brand a little bit. But to root for her as a fighter, easy to do. Easy. I don't think I've ever rooted against her. I mean, I think I was in here rooting for her like I was her brother when that MMA. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I watched every MMA fight she's been in so far, and I mean, same thing. Her resume is already ridiculous in the amount of fights she's had. It's just like there's not gonna be no one else to replicate that.
Right.
So she just gotta she gets overzealous, man, when she's fighting.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, man. She gets so overzealous when she got a motherfucker hurt. Like she just smothers her punches and shit.
Yeah, she wings a lot of shit too, but I mean, as a woman, I think you get away with a lot of that because, you know, you don't really got too many knockout artists on the other side of you that can make you pay for your mistakes. So you can be a little more careless, I think. But I think that's also why women have so many good fights, because when you got two stock and bottoms that can't knock each other out, it makes for, you know, an entertaining fight. People punch each other in the face the whole time. But man, I think that we'll wait and see on the Canelo shit, man. I'm not watching that Bivol shit. I mean, I'll probably still watch Triple G's because it's the third fight, but like I'm not buying that shit either. Like Triple G's like 80 years old now. Like,
listen, the way I did that Keith Thurman fight, I like that motherfucker wasn't even on.
I watched that shit.
Facts. I didn't even give two shit, man. It was crazy because I like me and my business partner, and we are attached as it becomes the boxing now because I don't go to fights now. And I was shocked. He said, I ain't paying for that fight. They ain't about to use me. I said, really? Yes. Because I said, I'm not going over to. I said, I'm not going to watch the fight. I said, I'm not watching. I said, Keith Thurman's fighting, but I'm not watching it. We ended up going to a basketball game, a high school basketball. Oh no, that was Sunday, went to high, but for Saturday, he didn't watch it. I was like, yeah, I'm glad. That $80 need to go put that in the gas tank, you know? You know what I mean? Hey, you look like you got your memorial picture on. Like hey,
it's like, over, man. It's the death of big boy, man. I'm about to head out right now. I gotta leave the house for a little bit. You doing a boxing section night, Kyle?
Yeah.
Is it pig pork? Is it elephant heavy?
I never know, man. I came in on Wednesday and you wasn't on, so.
Hey, you got a smile or something because it's like your funeral picture. Like it's like your funeral picture right now. You got the fog.
Why is your shit? Why you got that filter on, cuz?
It's not a filter. I think it's just my camera when I move over here.
You look like you belong on a fucking candle.
Or no,
yeah. Like, man, I got a crack on my screensaver, so when I put it sideways, it's good. But when I put it long ways, it's bad. So.
Okay. All right. Well, have fun.
I'll hear you guys, man. Yeah, for sure, man.
Be careful. All right, Kyle. Let's get it. I gotta write this script, man. We coming down to the wire. We got 10 days. 10 days. 10 days. 10 days.
Well, Fred.
Yes.
Keep your foot on these niggas' necks, man. At all fucking times.
Deacon, you heard him, Deacon. Deacon, did you hear him? Deacon, did you hear him? Hey,
and keep your foot on these suckers' necks.
Fred. Hey, and Deacon, he was cussing like a sailor tonight too. Man, you be cussing. Get him, Deacon. Deacon, get him. Tomorrow, Deacon, come in and talk about how
don't come in tonight.
I can't cook. How Champ Side can't cook. You know what I mean? I'm not Champ Side. Champion Heart. Excuse me. Shout out to Champ Side. Get better.
Shout out to Champion Heart, man. Listen, I'm looking forward to that fucking Caribbean Bowl, my boy, in the ice cold chili. You know what I mean? Either one.
Hey, thank y'all for coming in, man. I had a great time with
great fucking interview, Fred.
The goat. I did homework. I did my homework, you know.
Hey, dude, that was an easy interview. That was an easy fucking interview.
Yeah, it was easy.
I always like those. Always the best ones, man.
See, preparation is key. Preparation. Yeah, preparation is important. I got to do my job so y'all can sit back and enjoy yourself, smoke your spliff, have a drink, sit with your girl. You know what I mean? Because I know some of y'all sitting with your girl, so I gotta I got to make it more than boxing, you know, so your girls can stay interested, you know. So and thank you for hanging out with your girl, man. It means a lot when a man is sitting with his girl enjoying you. That's respect. So thank you guys, all y'all hanging out with your girls and shit. It means a lot because you could be doing a whole lot of other things. You know what I mean? Paying bills on the computer, looking at scrolling through Amazon together. You know, y'all could be doing a whole lot of other things. So thank you, man. I know a percentage of y'all.
Man, salute to my dog Q, man. Muscle car Q, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And rest in peace, Kurt Sugar, man. Rest in peace, Xavier Porter. You know what I mean? And rest in peace to that young soldier, man. That got his life taken Monday, man. His name was Chris, by the way. I called him the car wash man, but his real name was Chris. And rest in peace to that young man. And yeah, man. So waiting on you, Kyle.
Fred, in the words of the great philosopher DB, Fredro.
Yeah.
Play the song, Fred.
Gotcha. Done deal. Yeah. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in.
Snoop Dogg, man. Death Row.
Who?
Snoop bought Death Row today. Him and Harry O.
Oh, Harry O.
Came full circle, right back to him.
So they bought it from the toy company?
I don't know who they bought it from, but they got it. It's theirs now.
The toy company. Marble, Hansbro bought Death Row. I am J. Lou, Q Wesley, Birdman, Brother Cole, Mamba, Jarvis. Hey, somebody tell Snoop Dogg, do not wear a Crip outfit on the Super Bowl. He wears that blue onesie. Do not do that.
Too late.
There are young boys and young girls that's going to watch that. That's going to be inspired to do that. And you're a trailblazer for the community. And then we say, oh, man, we need people to respect us. Well, if you telling 100 million people you a gangbanger, you know what I mean? Shit, please. I know you're going to do your Crip walk and your sign. Man, don't do none of that, man. Just be, oh, beautiful. You know, be that Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? Shit. Jerome Hall, man. Appreciate you, man. KJ, Mamba, Planet 619, Young Bull. Appreciate you, man. Jarvis. A Sneed, man. Please don't wear that Crip, man.
It's too late. It's too late,
man. I'm gonna kill him Sunday in the show, y'all. If he wearing that Crip outfit, I'm gonna
kill him.
I'm gonna kill him because he should not be wearing that on the Super Bowl. 100 million people watching, dog. No, you can't wear shit like that, man. You got to represent us, not your Crip friends, not your Crip friends. Your Crips friends don't really want to be Crips at 30, 40, and 50. How the hell is a 50-year-old man banging? How the hell is a multi-millionaire gang banging? Man, get the hell out of here.
Once you Crip, you always Crip, cuz.
Nah. Let's community build together, Snoop. Community build, man. You got a football league, man. Smith and Wesson, what's up? Cooking with the chef tomorrow night, man. Our favorite segment of the show. Cooking with the chef, man. Parlay, man. Planet 619. Hey, and if y'all want to bring a segment to the show, you're more than welcome to, man. Hey, this show is like the Black Panthers, man. Power to the people, man. You know what I mean? We in this together, man. Young Bull Row, appreciate it.
Don't say that, Fred. Don't say that, because Centos will come on here and bring the darkness.
Yeah, well, shout out to Centos, man. Wherever you going tonight, man, drive safe, man. All the truckers, man, drive safe, man. Be careful out there, y'all. Hey, I'm telling you.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna see y'all tomorrow.
Okay, have fun at your concert.
Hey, listen. Fred was supposed to go too, man. Fred was supposed to go yesterday, man.
I was supposed to go where?
To the concert yesterday.
Oh, he performed here yesterday in LA?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't care. All right, I'm gone. Wale got to be out of convenience, man. Love y'all, man. Hasta pasta, man. Hasta pasta.